What is up, guys? It's Mitchell or Deity. I know a lot of you wanted me to get this out faster. This is going to be the step-by-step Epic 7 New Era guide. So those of you guys that are getting into Epic 7 for the first time, I'm making this guide so where you follow along. You shouldn't have any problems. You get your account to a great spot, and then you can enjoy the game to the fullest, whether you're getting into it to try to get into RTA for PvP, which is most of the game, or you just want to check out a game and have fun for even a couple weeks. This game, especially with this new update, has the best early game, just honeymoon phase is the best way to put it. The honeymoon phase of getting into the game, getting the progression, getting all the rewards is the best of any gacha that I've played, at least. Now, with this, again, I will not be covering any of the things that are time sensitive. So there's certain events going on. So if you're watching this, whether it's now in April or you're watching it 6 months from now, ideally it will still be up to date. I make these guides all the time. This is like my 15th iteration of it, but there's everything new. So in my old guide, almost every choice has been changed. The game is in a fantastic spot for new players to get in. Now, let's just go ahead and get started. I will yap about everything. This video will be long. Just be aware if you go check out any of my other guides, they're very long, and I'll yap throughout it about some game information and whatnot. But going in, you are going to have to select a server. So you're going to click login. You can log in with whatever means that you want. Of these, I do suggest linking your account early. There is re-rolling. It's not really super worth it. I'll probably do a video over re-rolling and put it in this playlist for this guide series. Otherwise, though, it's not super worth it. You can, but the thing is, you get so much free stuff anyway. You're going to end up having a good account whether you re-roll or not. And if you re-roll, your account can end up pooped from there. So it's a big time commitment. But going in, I usually select guest, and then you can link your account later. It's the safest thing. And then from there, you are going to have to select a server. I highly suggest global server. Okay, guys, no matter where you're from, the only thing that changes about the different servers is one, reset time, and then two, I guess Guild Wars is everybody now, so really it's just a reset time. The only thing is you can't join guilds from other servers. Okay, you are stuck in a guild with only your server, and all the other servers are less populated, so going global is your best bet to have the most active experience, and guilds are important. You will hear me talk about them. There are a couple missions getting through the game that you have to be in a guild for, and that will be, I have a Discord server, you could join in there. It's new player focused, that's what my content generally is, so you can jump in there, hopefully get into a guild depending on when you're playing, and should be good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and select global server, and let's get ripping. So the beginning of the game is very straightforward. There's not a whole lot you can do. In terms of the items in your upper inbox, I am not going to go over them because, again, I want this video slash series to be up to date with whoever is starting. Now, if there's stuff in your mailbox, you can go and utilize it in whatever way you want, but just know going through whatever side stuff there is, you're going to have to catch me on stream, ask in Discord about these extra rewards and resources. So give me 1 second and I will be back once it decides to finally connect. Okay, it connected the second I stopped the recording. Now, Epic 7, different ways you can play it. You play on your phone, obviously. Then there's also a Stove client for PC you can play on. And then lastly, I personally play on emulator because I play so many different accounts. So any one of them is pretty good. Depending on your computer, different emulator may be better. But most of the time, if you're just going to play one account, just download it on Stove or your phone. And yes, you can link and have the same account for both, so you can farm some on your computer, and if you're going to be gone, you can farm some or play whatever from your phone. Now, with the story, I've never read it. Supposedly, it's super good. They keep putting more and more effort into the story for the later chapters. At the time of recording this, there's a new chapter coming out soon as well, but I will not be going over story, talking about it at all, because I don't want to spoil anything. Plus, with this, I do not know the story. That's one bad thing. So let's go ahead and I will try to go as quick as possible, but just, again, know these videos will be long. I'll be covering a lot, but throughout it, also know that the things I say, I will repeat later. I'll repeat the same things 10 times because that's the best chance it's going to stick. So once you get to the home screen, you're going to have to do the prologue story. It's going to be the pre-story to Epic 7, how Epic 7 World was formed, I'm guessing, is what the story is. But you can just go through the first one. I'm just going to skip the story. Then from here, you're going to have your first actual stage. And again, this is very straightforward. You're going to fly through this. I'll just yap about a couple things while we're getting into it. All the new things in the game is the first thing I want to talk about. So going in, though, you're going to have your 3 skills on each different character. Some will have a passive skill too, but you can just double click and we will worry about all of that as we get further. Okay, now the new rewards getting into the game. Last year, we got something called the Orbis guide, and I'll talk about a couple things they've changed in case you're an old player. One big thing, they removed gear change costs. You do not have to spend gear to remove equipment from your characters anymore. That's a massive change. And then otherwise, there's a million quality of life changes. Also, they have a new set of hunts to where you can spend stamina faster, so you can get on the game, get all your stuff done much quicker than before. Gear is still the same though, so if that's the reason you quit. One big thing with this update is they give you the characters and gear to beat almost everything you could possibly need. The gear is all set now, so this stuff you're going to be going through with this guide to beat everything is all given to you. You really cannot mess this up. It's going to be as straightforward and easy as possible, but there are going to be a couple of things that I'm going to be making offset videos as we go through, because you are going to be guaranteed getting 7 different Moonlight 5s as a new player, as well as you're going to be getting some more, up to 3 more, but they could be duplicates later, and you just get, I mean, you get way more than 7 for free. Your account, I have a video series that we've been going through that on day 7, my account looks like a 3-year-old account already, and it's been playing for a week, and that was, I only played on stream, so it's very accessible to whoever, no matter how fast you want to play. One big thing with the game is take it at your own pace. You do not have to fly through, and the goal of this guide is to get you to have an account that can compete in PvP, that you don't have to play all the time. If you want to drop the game for a few months, you can come back, and that is what I want to accomplish with this. So that one thing with Epic 7, I'm going to say one thing a lot, is Epic 7 is super exciting from April usually till about September, maybe a little October, and then there's a dead period almost every year, and as a content creator, I struggle with it every single year. So this is a great game to have an account that's good to go, and if there's nothing going on and you're not wanting to grind at the time, you can just set it aside, wait for a new character, just watch the news and stuff. It is ideal to play every day. It's a gacha game, but you'll be fine. Now, rates in this game are not great, but the amount of free stuff they give you to start out, you're going to have a great account. You're going to have a great time for the first at least week or two, and then you can decide whether you want to keep playing from there. One big thing is PvP is the main focus of this game. So, and now with also PvP, they've added an AI helper so that it'll tell you who to pick, who to ban when you're trying to get into the real-time PvP of this game, which is going to be RTA is what they call it. But that is, again, the main content, and you don't have to play it if you don't want, but it is much more accessible now with all the free characters that you're going to be getting with us. So just keep going through. I'm really just yapping right now just so that we can get through this part together, because I'm not sure when the first mission actually matters is. So what I want you to do here is just beat this mission, watch the story, skip story, whatever you want to do, and I'll meet you back here after you are done with that. Okay, so once you've watched that chapter, it's going to throw you straight into the second chapter. Again, it's going to be pretty straightforward. I'm going to go over a couple things, also just giving you details about the game. The game has been out. We're coming up on 8 years. Once you get here, you'll just select the Victorica that the game gave you for free, throw it on there, and you're good to go. You can just go through, start clicking again. Now, game, again, 8 years old, anniversary is in August. Usually in August, there's a big event. A lot of people always ask, should I start Epic 7 now or wait for the event? It's always best to start now if you truly want to play the game and see what you can get an account to. If you care about just a short-term rewards, it's usually best to start during anniversary time, because you get all the stuff that we currently are getting. It is permanent, the new things that they added, which you'll see shortly. I'll go over all of it. But during anniversary, you just get some bonus stuff on top, so your account progression will feel even crazier then. But if you start now and continue to play up until anniversary, you're going to have a very, very good account, especially if you truly learn the game, learn how to roll gear, and all of that. Now, if you guys have tried Epic 7 in the past, I'm curious if you'd let me know like what your experience was with it, because the game is completely different. And one of the biggest things with this update, I was talking about Moonlight 5 characters earlier. Moonlight 5s are the rare light and dark characters of the game. They are the general just best characters for PvP. They don't generally have much of like story going through use case, which is fine, because they give you a team that will beat every single thing in the game pretty much. There's at least going through the general story. Then you have to adjust your PV teams a little bit, but everything that you could possibly need to get through, get your account built up, is just handed to you. And that is a little bit scary thing, I thought, for the game, but now that I'm seeing it in practice, this is such a big reason to either try to get back into the game or to try it for the first time. And then if everybody ends up liking all the new updates and changes that they did, the game's on trajectory to get back where I believe it should be, because this game used to be huge, and now it's at a spot where it has so many ups and downs and lack of collaborations. One cool thing with this game is they collaborate with a lot of different IPs. They have been less and less over the years, but examples, we just got a Freyren collab, so Freyren's in the game. She's very strong at the time making this guide. And then we had Reincarnate as a Slime, and we had Overlord, a bunch of different anime, and there's always a chance that your favorite anime could come to this, and it's really cool when it does. Okay, so from here, we're just going to keep going through. There's going to be a couple missions, but if we push a little bit further in the story, it makes those missions not bug out. So let's just go ahead, beat this stage, and I'll meet you guys back here at the end of this. Okay, go ahead and beat the next stage, and then from here, it's going to summon Victorica to where you actually have her as a character on your account, and then just continue to keep going. I want you to just clear the rest of this chapter out, and you're good to go. So just going in, you can't mess this up. Just go in, click the buttons. It'll beat the stages. You don't have to stress about it. But once you're done with this, I'll meet you back here, and we'll be good to go for the next part. Okay, so once you beat that stage, it's going to kick you back to the main screen. It's going to show whatever newest character is in the game. Come down, and it's going to give you summons. Most of the time, you only have one summon. Right now, it's giving me 11, because an event, you guys' screen will look different depending on when you start. Don't stress about it. Again, this is a kind of thing you'll have to ask in Discord or in comment section or whatever if these characters are worth pulling or not. And then also, there's going to be extra banners and different things as you go through that we'll talk about. I'll try to make sure you guys all have some kind of thing to follow, tier list and whatnot, getting into the game. So the first thing we need to do is set a wish list. So with this wish list, we are going to have to come in and we're going to have to set different characters. I'm going to go ahead and set a simple wish list that you can follow at the beginning of the game. And there are a couple of characters that are extra value right now because there is a lot of free characters you are going to be getting. So Villager is going to be one of them. Saria is actually really good right now. And then from here, any other character is fine. I do like Yulha, but Fene, we'll go ahead and throw her on. So this is a decent starting list. I do have a tier list. I will probably be updating that tier list every month or so, and I'll just put the new tier list in the guide. If you go on YouTube, it'll be a playlist. In this playlist, I'll alternate videos out. Just try to look as you go through the different episodes what other videos are lodged in between the different videos so that you can try to guess or go in and get the best character picks at the time. Because one cool thing with Epic 7 is they balance their game every 6 weeks. They go and buff and nerf different characters. And with the buffing and nerfing of different characters, old characters will sometimes come back and be really good again. So the artifacts are especially hard to do, unfortunately. So with the artifacts, I think I'll put Awakened Leaf in there just since we are putting Saria. She's really good with one of the free characters we get. That is a change that I just found out. So one big thing is I went and I played through an account to make this guide series. So by doing so, I gave us a better chance of having a better guide. Okay, I'm going to take a Wind Rider, and then for the last artifact, I took Elbrus, and I think I'll take Holy Sack. So this right here, it would be my go-to in terms of if you want to see the full thing. There you go. And that is my selection starting characters that I would just throw on. And then as you pull characters, you can take them off. This is just a wish list where if you get a 5-star from the Covenant summons, this is a type of summon that can get you everything but limited. There are also Moonlight 5s, which are the big premium characters I'll talk about that we're going to get a bunch of free ones of. But as you pull certain ones, you will take them off. That's something you'll learn over time. But for right now, you'll learn that later. Just go ahead and do your free single summon and move on. I guess I'm going to do my 10 summon just so you guys can maybe see. No, I won't. Your first summon is always Angelica, though. So just know the first summon that you do, I'll save the other 10 pulls so that, again, this is supposed to be a long-term guide. I'll do the summons later, though, just for fun. But long-term guide, make sure that you guys' accounts will look exactly the same as mine. Again, I'm not claiming anything out of the mailbox for right now either. If I do, I'll go hide the resources. But next, we're going to talk about the Orbis guide. This is the biggest thing in the game. With the Orbis guide, you will be, or second biggest now, but going through the Orbis guide, it gives you a step-by-step progression. Basically what I'm doing with this video, the goal with this video though, is to walk you through these steps and make it faster versus you guys having to learn menu navigation on your own. Also, daily rewards. Need to do 3 days of this, okay? One big thing with the Path of Orbis, this Orbis guide, or Path of Air, you are going to be getting stuck 3 times, and they're all guild missions, basically. One of them, you have to log in 3 days. That's going to be an unlocked character called Tamarin. That's on part 23. Then from there, you're going to have to send 8 in a guild. You have to send 10, and you have to do it from the time the mission pops up. It's not retroactive. Then you have to do a guild war. Then you have to do 20 aids, but the 20 aids are retroactive. So the fastest you can get through this is technically like 3 days, but you need to make sure you are in a guild. If you guys are not able to join Discord, you'll have to find other means to do so, but we have a server set up, and I will link that all in the description, but I will remind you again once we get to go portion, because you can't join one until you're count level 10. Okay, so now Orbis Guide. We're going to be following along with these steps, but for the first part, we are just pretty much going to be going back in story until we unlock the character Free Spiritia. We have one that's level up here using Penguin. We can come out and do this. You get so many rewards early on, you don't have to be too stressed, so I'm just going to throw these into my Angelica just to finish that mission. Then I'll go back in, claim this, then otherwise all of this stuff we will do later. Now, one other thing that we could talk about is going to be the Milestone Radiance. It's going to force us to. So Milestone Radiance is the new content that just got added in as of early April of 2026. This is game changing. It's unbelievable the rewards you get from here. So with these boxes, you can open them and they have a chance to upgrade. And with them upgrading, you can get all the way up to the rarest box. So you can get lucky on these and end up getting better rewards. For this, we're going to go ahead and open the first box, and it does not matter who you take. I personally will probably take Tenebria from this. She has a little PvE viability, but all three of these characters right now are pretty much in a rough spot, and I don't see anything changing with them. So you're pretty safe to just take whichever one. I guess at the top of the video, I will make like addendum thing over time as to what characters, but again, these are set. It's going to be Kisei and then Charles. So Charles is going to be the last option, but this is how this works. There will be certain chests as you go through. You'll get an option of 3 characters as a new player to pick. And also, those of you guys that are trying to come back on an old account, you're better off making a new one, okay? Making a new Epic 7 account is the way to go. Trying to play any old account unless you started it at the beginning of 2026. Any older one that you did not get established yet, it's pretty much going to be obsolete. I know you might have limited characters. I know you might have other great things, but the amount of difference of a new account versus an old account, I don't think the only limited character that you might have that would be worth it in terms of if you want your account to be truly strong is going to be Freyren. Okay. Otherwise, if you are somebody who's trying to come back to the game and you're watching through this, probably just make a new account. That's how good this is. So I'm going to go ahead and take Tenebria though, and we will move on to the next part. And I will explain the box a little bit more and show you the kind of rewards you get from this. And this is a permanent content in the game that they will also update over time to give more rewards. So quick explanation. As you play through the game, you're going to be, as you spend stamina, you're going to be earning Essence of Radiance. The Essence of Radiance, you can then come in here and trade them in for chests. These chests will give you certain rewards, and the higher rarity of the chests will give you different rewards, okay? As this is out longer, they're going to change the heroes in these boxes, and they're also going to add more that you can get. So if you're playing at the time of anywhere close to when I make this, they're not going to update this for a while. I highly doubt you're good to go. In terms of characters we're picking, I will have different videos. So that's one thing that's really hard with this guide is I'm going to have videos that I will upload just like the wishlist video where I will update it, okay? With updating it, whenever a new Moonlight 5 comes out, you'll understand this all more later, but just know there will be extra videos within the guide series playlist that you can go check out because you will have to, again, like that one right there, make a choice between 3 characters that you do not own yet. They will always give you stuff you do not own. Now, the boxes. The boxes, as you get the resources, you're just going to buy. There's nothing really you have to do here. You just, if you have enough currency here, you come down and buy it. And again, these chests have a chance to upgrade. So this one, if it doesn't upgrade, it's not going to give us great rewards. It did upgrade. So if you get lucky, the second box is random. So now it's a silver box. It could upgrade again. It did not, and it gave us an Awakening Elixir. That's a really nice item to get, actually. Saves you a lot of farming catalysts. But then from here, we're just going to be farming, going through the game, getting resources. As we get resources, the biggest change with this is it's going to be giving limited characters. Okay, as you go through, some aren't limited, but it's going to be giving limited characters and gear sets. Okay, this will take you through the entire game. As you keep progressing your account, getting Landy, she'll be on your main team. You're going to get a couple more ML5s. Then you're going to get Ass Flan. Once you get down to Afternoon Soak Flan, you basically have everything you need to clear PvE. The 2 gear sets, they're the same stats. You'll have the exact same everything as me. There's no RNG you're going to have to deal with trying to follow this guide. It'll be straightforward, super simple. Okay, so we just pretty much made it nowhere so far, just yapping. But the last thing I want to talk about is going to be Moonlight Blessing. As of right now, and for the foreseeable future, Ruel of Light is the best choice. You can just take her right out of the gate and go with her. Now, taking Ruel If you do end up pulling one of her for any reason, you are able to switch your Moonlight Blessing one time. Now, in the past, I always suggested Spectre Zebra because she was nice to use for a couple Abyss floors, and she was good for going through Chapter 3 and 4 story. Now, with these new characters they give you, the Landy and Afternoon Soaked Flan, they will clear all the way up to Abyss 100. I've already done it. Super easy too. I didn't have to use my brain hardly at all. And Ruel of Light is by far the best pick out of all of these within here. So I'm just going to immediately take her. And then if we end up pulling her by for any reason, we can click Reset Moonlight Blessing one time and pick a different character. But I'm going to go ahead and just grab her. It's going to put her on our account as a loner character until we finish those missions. And now it is going to be, we're going to come in and do more of the story. And then as we get through the story, we'll get back to the Path of Air. So let's make some progress now. I've yapped, explained a million things. As you guys probably noticed, there aren't going to be cuts in this video. There's going to be a lot of cuts in this video, and it is not edited. So the faster I go, the better, but just bear with me as it is going to take a little bit of time. Now, for this, you can throw any characters in here. I'm just going to throw these two in to get through the mission. You could also take Victorica, whatever you want, but just go ahead, click start, and you're good to go. So I can just go ahead, and now we also have the ability to auto battle. Most of the game will be done on auto battle. 99% of it. There's a couple hard stages you'll need a manual, but otherwise you just click auto battle, 2x, sit back, relax, and then I will meet you guys back here once you clear the next, like I believe it's 3 stages, but I'll show you which stage when I get back. Okay, so the stage that we want to get to is the one who refuses to give up, and you see the reward here is a character. We are going to be getting free Spirit Tieria, which is huge for the account, but just go ahead and throw whatever thing in. Go ahead and beat this. Once you are done with this stage, we can come out and we can grab Tieria, who's going to be kind of a core character. She's our core farming, fastest thing we can use, and she's already maxed out on her skills. So free character to start out with, also very nice. Okay, I don't know why I'm yapping. I'll meet you guys back here when the stage is over. Okay, so once you have completed this stage, you can go ahead and we're going to go out and we're going to claim our tier. I think it takes us where we need to go. It does not, but we're going to come in here, click recruit, go to Tieria, and it's going to give you this single mission. Well, it's going to kick you out and go to a bunch of different things, but go back in after it kicks you out and we're going to claim our Tieria. I don't know why it does that. It's not the greatest guidance there, but go ahead, click confirm, and now we have free Spirit Tieria. So from here, we go to Orbis Guide, and we can finish this one. Next, we're going to have to complete a Spirit Altar, awaken hero one time. So go ahead in, go to your Tieria, and then click level up. If we have any penguins, throw them in. And then from here, come out and click awaken. So you can skip the tutorial and just go ahead and awaken her, and you're good from here. So now that those two missions, or that mission's done, go back in, grab this. Now we have to clear Spirit Altar one time. For this, I'm just going to go ahead in and do, doesn't matter which one you do, just go ahead and do Dark Altar. We're going to end up beating all these anyway. Let it auto assign your team and click start. And then you can go ahead and auto this. Once this is done, I'll meet you back here for the last step. Okay, so once you're done with that, now we have to go back into the story and clear that out. So go ahead and click lobby down the bottom left, go back into episode, and we are going to finish up these last two missions here. And you should just be able to click start if you, actually I should have threw Tieria on my team, but again, these missions are super easy. There's only one that you can maybe fail. It might be the next stage actually, so try to make sure you have whatever your Tieria on your team, but with just this, you should be good to go. Meet you guys back here once we are done with both those stages. Okay, now that you are done with that, it should be no problem whatsoever. I ended up using the worst team just to make sure it still beat it. Once you have Ruel on there, you're pretty much good to go. He can end up killing a character and extending, but super easy. Okay, so now once it's done, we're almost through the prologue. There is one more batch, but we can come in here, claim this from the Orbis Guide. It's going to give us a little bit of rewards, and we can go in from here. We are also ranked 10. But we can go in and see what the next missions are. There's also going to be some actual, this is one of the best packs you can buy in the game. Options for this pack, if you're curious real quick, it is going to be Fene or Setsuka. Whichever one you take is fine. Fene is PvE, Setsuka is PvP. Those are the top two. And then the other packs are pretty nice. You can go ahead and grab the free pack and go from there, and then that's it. So go back in, go to Orbis Guide, claim the next mission. It's going to be level 15 character. So as you see, they are retroactive. But from here, I want us to go through and complete the rest of the story. Again, you want to make sure to click this the second you do, just in case you're playing your reset, to make sure you get this done because it will lock your progression. Try to get you need 3 days of that done. So next, we can go ahead back in and we can go through more of the story though. Just for sake of getting through everything quick, click back on episode and just get through this. So claim that, and I will meet you guys back here once you are through the rest of this chapter, because to do the other missions, we have to finish this anyway. So just go in, you don't have any gear, you don't have anything, just get through this and you're good to go. Okay, so let's take a moment here. We're at the last stage of the 4th chapter of the prologue. It is the final stage, but I just want to go over a couple other quick things. I'm going to be briefly, okay, we have 2 stages left, but I will be briefly going over just general stuff early on, and then from there, though, guys, I will go slower and break all of the important things down. So while I'm going through, if you feel like I'm going too fast for anything, just know all of the important stuff I will cover. I will go more into detail on, but early on, I just want to talk about the game. So one other really good aspect about this game is the PvP is really free to play friendly as a newbie getting in. Okay, with the new update and everything, you can get into it. As long as you learn the game, you can compete at an okay high level and then learn from there and try to get stronger, okay? You're not going to be able to join and immediately be top 1 PvP, but once you join and play for even just the first month of really grinding and learning everything, you can compete within the top probably 5,000-10,000 players, no problem. And that's huge because other games, you can go even further if you go hard enough. But other games, it's PvP is inaccessible, especially a game that's 8 years old. One thing that Epic 7 does a lot of is power creep. All the newest characters coming out are generally the strongest, so it is very important to keep up with the game if you are going to get into that, or into PvP heavily. But with that, you are going to be getting a ton of resources to summon and get all of these characters. The hardest thing to get in the game are Moonlight characters, and they are locked behind missing medals. They are very expensive. Still free to play friendly, but at the same time, if you're unlucky, you can go a pretty long period without getting much of anything, which feels bad. But the most important thing is, at least if you're doing everything in the game each day and you're getting the max amount of resources possible, you're going to be in a pretty good spot. So this stage, I'm pretty sure you can't fail again because it's a super Raz. He isn't going to die. He's going to do plenty of damage. But you can just go through, finish this, and there's one last stage that you have to do, or it might be a story to read through real quick. But go ahead in. I just want you guys to know this game has a lot to offer. It's my favorite game of all time. There are periods I go through where I don't grind as much. Just know I'm not the top of the top RTA anymore. I haven't been for a very long time. But to get you guys into the game, I know everything that we can need. And I play a lot of new accounts. I play PvP on a lot of new accounts. So I know that barrier to entry that you guys are going to be getting to. And my goal is to help you break through that and utilize whatever characters you get versus people telling you you have to have the top of the top whatever it is that you need. So that's the goal of this guide. Again, get you through the game, get you familiar with everything, and have you set up for the best chance of success to see if you like the game as much as I did, because my first experience with Epic 7, it became my life. This game was the best game ever, and I have not had another game come out like it. I've been waiting. That's just me as a content creator. I've been playing the game since it came out, and there was a Europe server. That's what my main account's on. But again, for you guys, I definitely suggest global server. Europe server, my guild is a disaster, and there aren't that many really decent guilds because the player base is so low. So global server is the pick. Okay, so once you're done with all this, now we are going to go back in to the Orbis missions. So go out of the story. There's gonna be like 5 stories that pop up because this is what the old beginning of the game used to look like. This right here, you're gonna have a couple stories. You're gonna have Raz in a bed, skip through all this, one more, and we're to the main screen. We also got Raz, who's a protagonist of the game, for free. He's actually decent. There is another version that everybody's able to get, the Moonlight version. So this is now the real story. If you click back on this, it's going to take you to the main lobby, and we can go in, go ahead, X out of that, and it's going to ask you to rate the game immediately. But now we're going to go to Orbis Guide. So with Orbis Guide, we're going to go in, and we're going to start knocking out these missions. The first thing we're going to do is go to Ogre's Armory and go into the easy mode of this. This gear is terrible. We don't need to worry about it. We just have to beat it one time. So go in, take whatever team it tells you to do, and meet me back here once you're completed with it. Okay, so once that's done, it's going to give us 2 pieces of gear plus whatever it gave you here, but just ignore all this gear again. It is not good, and you're going to be getting all the gear you need to clear through the game for free as we continue through this. So go ahead and grab this gear. We are going to put these 2 pieces on our Tieria because we have to equip a hero with equipment. Then we have to enhance one of them one time. So we're going to go over to our Free Spirit Tieria. We're going to throw this sword on, and we can throw this chest on. So this gear set is okay for the beginning of the game. It gives you 4 pieces for free. But again, you're going to get everything you need to clear. It's insane. Guys, once you see it, it's been one of the most fun experiences going through Epic 7 again. Every April, they do a huge update. But go ahead and do that. You can also go see if you have any penguins. If you do, you can feed them to your Tieria. She's going to be your hard speed carry getting through the game. So once that's done, we can go out and grab our Orbis Guide rewards, and it's going to give us a new batch of missions. So these new batch of missions, one's going to be reach level 20. So all your penguins just be feeding into Tieria for now. And then here it's going to have a batch of different things to do. The first thing that we can do really quick is we're going to go into Abyss and just clear to stage 5. So Abyss is a content that used to be unbelievably annoying with all the new stuff they gave. You can go to level 100 very easily, and that will be part of the guide. I'll get you guys to 100 because you have to for the Orbis Guide. The whole goal is get that Orbis Guide done as quick as we can. Again, play at your own pace. You don't have to rush through this all. If you have to go through each episode of the guide, it takes you 3 or 4 days per episode. That's completely fine. There is no super rush at the beginning of the game, but you can play at a very fast pace with this new update. So go ahead, again, beat this to level 5. Once you clear level 5, meet me back here, and we'll go complete some more missions. And I'll explain all this content more as we go, but for right now, Abyss is just a stage. It's a challenge mode where you get some rewards. Okay, it's super simple, but the upgrade materials and stuff we'll cover deeper here shortly. Okay, so once you have cleared and gotten to 5 of Abyss, as you see the rewards you're getting, they get better and better. The rewards are actually really good as you go through, but go back to Orbis Guide, claim this. Next thing it wants you to do is produce Penguin and Forest Souls immediately. Penguins are going to get unlocked as we go further, and I think Labyrinth might be the same thing, but again, as you finish whatever missions, make sure to grab this. Okay, and this is daily. They remove the weekly missions from the game. You just have to worry about doing your dailies, and it will be very fast. So you guys later on that just want to hop on and get those knocked out, they do add up. You get a lot of rewards through it. In terms of Tyrell Castle, you can't do that either. So we are going to be going in and clearing the first chapter story. So go ahead and grab whatever character it tells you to, and you're good to go. You don't need to worry about any gear. Just make sure you have pretty much the same team as I do. Again, with this guide, it's supposed to give you an option to go through every single content without getting too overwhelmed. With that, you can switch characters out. If you pull a certain character, have a certain character, feel free to try them out and use them. But otherwise, you can always revert back to what I have, and you will be able to beat everything in the game. I've already tested it, gone through. It's very simple, but don't feel like you have to do everything exactly like I do. If you're going to have more fun doing a couple different switches, try it out. If it doesn't work, come back and just use what I use. You have enough stuff to build a bajillion characters early game, so don't be super scared about using any of your early game resources. Okay, well, I'm going to go through chapter 1. I'll meet you guys back here once I have beaten it. Okay, a quick recording just in case you guys get lost on this type of stage. This is the Labyrinth content. There's very little of it in the game anymore, but you just come in, you control your characters, and all you have to do for this is go in, go straight forward, and talk to the character here. So you talk to her, and then it opens up the gate, and then you go north and talk to this character, and you're done. Okay, there is I think there's a chest back here, but otherwise, you don't need to go through all that unless you care about the story and want to min-max the story and make sure you get every single little bit of you can. But otherwise, just go through, beat this, and we are going to have to beat all of Chapter 1. You may lose some characters along the way in terms of them dying, but you'll be fine with your Tieria, at least on the +6 piece of gear. There's only 2 stages you have to do, so you can just view the story. And again, I'll meet you guys back here once you are done with this, and then we can finally do a little bit of character work. Okay, so once you get the boss to half health, he's going to end up running away, and then you're going to have the cutscene here. You can go ahead and either watch or skip it. And one of the original cutscenes in the game, which is pretty cool. Normally, the prologue and all that stuff isn't even in the game. But now that we're done with this, we unlocked all the content that we needed to be able to progress to the next part. So you can come in here, go to your Orbis Guide, we can claim this. Now we need to grow penguins and altar souls. Penguins are how you level up your characters if you haven't got to that part yet, and you can, or got that point across yet. But from this, you can also buy penguins and sell for gold. So this is actually going to be the way you're going to be getting a bunch of gold later. But for right now, just go ahead and make one. And now we need to go do Tyrell Castle Labyrinth. So with this, I'm going to show you 2 ways to do it. Okay, the rewards in here are worth going through and getting if you have time. Otherwise, though, I'm going to go ahead and let you do whichever you want to do. I'm just going to let it assign a team. With this, you just go through, you have stamina, and you can enter this many times you want. You used to have an entry limit, but now you just go in, go as far as you can. These are teleportation points. You need to make sure to leave the teleportation points where it says the next area is. So whenever you go through and beat the stages, or beat the different squares of the boss stage here, and the chests do have some okay rewards in, But otherwise, you can just go in, grab, or you can go into here. As you do a stage forward, for each square you pass, you're going to lose 1. Then you can also camp. So there's a camping option. You can just go in there, and it'll give you 15 per character. But if you want to super speed run through this, and this is really important for later, you could just enter and leave right away. So if we're getting through the Orbis guide, if you want to do that, that is an option. But again, otherwise, the rewards aren't bad. So if you go through and look, this one doesn't have any gear. But as you get full clear on these, it has some gear that you could utilize, but you do not need it. So depending on how you want to do this, I will eventually go back through. I just want to show you guys the quick way of completing those, because there are a bunch of missions that say do Labyrinth. And if you don't feel like doing it at a time, just do that. Okay, now from here, we can go in, grab this. Going to give us a bunch of charms. It gives us a skin for Tyria. And now it wants us to beat Ogre's Armory 2 more times. This is important to go do this first because it makes everything else faster. You do have quick battles. So quick battles, you get 10 per day. During events, you get a little bit more. But you can determine how many quick battles you want to use. I'm just going to go ahead and do 2. Again, you only get 10 per day. So if you're going to be grinding, you will want them for some of the later content. We're going to go ahead and get those 2 pieces. And now we can go claim this. This is going to give us 2 more pieces. We're going to finish our set on Tyria. And now this is just going to hard carry us basically through everything. So coming to here, go ahead, equip the helmet. Again, also, this is a free-to-play guide. I will not be spending any money. If a pack pops up that's decent, I'll notate it for you guys. But otherwise, I will not be spending anything. I'm going to go ahead and boost the boots to level 10. Actually, let's put everything at level 12. You have enough charms. The mission, these are cheaper to upgrade. So go ahead and boost the boots and the the boots and the sword to level 12. Then from here, just take the helmet and just do +9 on these. You're going to use up some of your early charms, but this, again, will make the early game a lot smoother, boosting this up. Then also, I believe we have the artifact for Free Spirit Tyria, so we can go ahead and probably put that on. We do. Go ahead and equip this, and you can go to Enhance, and you can just feed the duplicate copy in. You're good to go. Okay, so from here, we can back out and go grab our next rewards. One was Enhance Equipment 1 time, so we get some charms back from that. Now we need to complete Spirit Altar 3 times and Arena Battles. So let's do Arena Battles first. Arena is one of the PvP game modes. It is pretty fun, especially on a new account. I have a feeling as you guys are getting into this, everybody's getting all these crazy rewards, so it's going to be much, much harder to progress through as we get higher. But it's going to first take you into defense team. Just click auto assign. We'll come back and readjust our team later. It'll just set whatever in. And one thing with Arena is now there is a rookie arena. When you start the game, you have to be in rookie arena for 2 seasons as the time of making this guide, which you should not be. I'm hoping that they will push to fix that. But rookie arena, you can't. You're basically in a quarantine zone. You can't go in with the general player base until you've done 2 seasons in here. So seasons are generally, I believe, 3 months long. So it's a potential up to 6 months before you join the regular player base. And there is a cap on your rewards. So if you go to League Info, as you climb, you are going to be getting Sky Stones from this, and you can only get to Challenger 1. And then once you are out of the quarantine zone, you can earn a ton more Sky Stones, so that's a huge time on your account. But for this, you just come in. This also has a quick battle feature. I'm just going to go ahead and set to area. Just set the normal team that we had before. It doesn't matter because the first enemies are bots. If you want to use your quick battles, you can go ahead and crank those out and just use the 3. And then from here, we have to go into Spirit Altar. So I'll explain Spirit Altar a little bit more. And early game, it's not super important anymore because you get so many chests to just get the runes. But it's still worth talking about because you will need to farm it later on, most likely. I'm going to assume. I don't know. The new account progression has been unbelievable. I've barely had to touch Spirit Altar unless there's a mission that says to beat Spirit Altar. So now that those 2 things are done, go ahead and claim this. You're going to be getting Conquest Points. Conquest Points can be used to buy a lot of really good gear, also used to buy charms and you can buy some stamina with it per day later as well, which we'll go into the shop as we earn more. So next up, clear Spirit Altar 3 times. One thing you do for this is just go beat the easy mode of each different one. Just make sure you set your team back to what you want to see. So Tyria's on there. I'm going to take Tenebria, put her in for Victorica. And then your Guardian. This is one thing I haven't talked about. Your Guardian is going to be Arky. Okay, that's the only Guardian worth it for 99.99% of content. There are a couple instances you could use these for different Abyss Wars, but for now, just Arky until I say differently within the guide series. So, Spirit Altar. There is Awakenings on characters. As you see, they have a star for each, depending on their original rank when you summon them. There's 3-star, 4-star, 5-star characters, and there's 5 different elements. With this, all characters can go to 6-star, and the awakening materials. So as you see up here, we did this earlier, we have this highlight star. That is going to be how you get the resources to do this, is spirit altars. So to get those highlighted stars, you get extra stats, and you actually on the third one get either a boost to your ability, or they're all just boost to one of the random skills. But 3-star is most important, but you're going to be 6-starring any of the characters you're using, and it's super easy to do now. So not super worried about explaining this too far, but we'll go back into it as we're awakening your characters. You will see a better example. But go ahead and you can do 3 of the same or 3 different easy modes. I would just probably do the easy mode of all but light or something. That is what I'm going to do. And I'll meet you guys back here once that is done. As you see, it's one-shotting, so it'll take 2 seconds. Okay, so I'm beating grass, and one other thing I want to cover real quick is there is elemental disadvantage in this game, and then the Moonlight characters do not suffer from this. So you do have the chance to miss, and when you miss, you cannot critical hit. So for any content, including PvP, you want to try to be at advantageous element. And PvP, it's not something you really think about too much as much anymore. PvP is generally Moonlight 5-star characters because no elemental disadvantage. There's a couple RGB, red, green, blues that are good, but most of the time it's not a huge thing to worry about. But for going through the story and then the different hunts where you farm gear, it will be important for later. So now that we've beaten that, we can go ahead out and click on this. And the last mission in here is we need to clear episode 1, chapter 2. So I want you to go ahead in and just clear through this. And with this team, you should have no issues. And I'll meet you back here once you're fully done with episode 2. Okay, well, my cat has joined us as well, but we just finished chapter 2. Okay, so once you're done with chapter 2, it's going to give you the story and whatnot. You can go ahead and skip past or watch it, and we can move on to the next part. So getting out of this, we can go back to the Path of Air, and we're also going to check our boxes. So one thing that is a little bit different is depending on when you start, there's a potential milestone of radiance boost. We had one when I made the other account. This one will not, so it's going to be a little different for me, so just bear with it as we go through, but go ahead and claim any of the things you have. There's going to be one for clearing chapter 3. Next up, all the other missions are easy, so we're going to go to assign supporters. Come in here, just click auto assign, let it do its thing, and back out. Next up, we need to go into our characters. We're going to go to any 3-star. I'm going to go to Raz, and I'm just going to do skill enhance. Now, skill enhancements, if you're upgrading a 3-star, it only costs stigma. And this is a way to get through these missions without having to commit Mologoras, because Mologoras are the rarest commodity in the game. They're the thing most people push for, and you do not want to waste them, okay? If you waste a couple, you're fine, but try not to utilize them unless you know what you're doing with them, so the more you hold on to for now, the better. But once we're done with that, the next thing was upgrade an artifact to level 6. So we're going to go to Free Spirit Tierra's artifact, and we're going to actually have to go back in the mission to grab the artifact charms. So come out and go back into the Orbis guide mission. And from here, most of the time when you're going through this guide, that's actually a good example, is whenever there's a mission that wants you to do something, it will give you the rewards within there in order to do it. So we just had to feed 1 charm to it, puts it at level 7, and that mission's done. Okay, so now we can come back in, claim this, and now we're going to go check our boxes. Or see if we have enough resource to unlock next thing in the Milestone of Radiance. Also, you can go down to your Epic Pass. This is going to give some extra rewards. This is something we will be buying with Skystones. It is a lot of summons, and on a new account, I think it's super worth it. You're going to have a lot more fun. That is also one big thing I stress about in this guide is I want us to have fun. Okay, I'm going to be making some decisions going through that I think is going to be the more enjoyable thing for the game. I've made a million of these guides. I've helped hundreds of thousands of people get into this game and try it out. And I've seen what people like and what they don't like. So I think I have a general decent idea as to what we're going to make or how to make this the most enjoyable journey possible, I guess what I'm trying to say. Okay, but going out, just go ahead, grab all that stuff. In terms of event, depending on when you start, you're going to have different rewards. And then come into Milestone of Radiance. So Milestone of Radiance, we spent a little bit of stamina. We have 308. So we're going to come in here. We're just going to buy these chests. Now, I will have videos, again, go look through the playlist that this video's in, and once we get to these next chests, as you see, this one is a gold chest, meaning we're going to get a choice of 3 characters, and the next one is a Moonlight 5. Our goal is to get to chest 6, 7, and 8 as quick as possible, but now I can go ahead and click out of this. We're going to receive the reward. This is going to be an option. I believe it's of 3 5-star characters, or it may just be an artifact. Kind of hoping it's just an artifact for now. It is a choice of 3 characters. So with this, I'm going to have 2 different videos going up alongside this guide, part of why it took so long to come out. And it's going to be a list of all the characters going down that I would pick, okay? If I had the choice, the RGB characters, just know They don't really matter a whole lot. You're going to end up getting everything you need, so do not stress about this part at all. Like, all 3 of these characters are not ideal. I don't really want any of them. I'm going to take a Runka, I think. Runka would be my choice, but the thing is with this, don't stress about it. Whatever you take is probably going to be fine, but I will have the list again. The links will be down in the description as well. And then, again, just click on the playlist, look at the videos. There's going to be 2 different versions of this, one for the RGB characters and one for the Moonlight 5s. But that one, it literally didn't matter what I took. They were all bad. The ones that are important are the Moonlight 5s. And sometimes, if you have 3 characters that are going to be in the middle tier or like low-end tier of characters you don't want, you just have to deal with it and move on. So next up, we have the box. So this is the Moonlight 5 box. Let's see what we get. We hope for, again, that list will be there. Linked. So first one, this is looking like probably Apoc Ravi, is my guess. Dark Corvus. Dark Corvus is actually pretty fantastic for a new player. Ruel is better, that's why we took her. Is this Apoc Ravi? So Dark Corvus currently the pick. Martial Artist Ken, not very good right now, and I don't see him coming back. And all warriors. Every single one was a warrior there. Then Apoc Ravi, there we go. So from this batch, I would be taking Dark Corvus. But again, I will have that video out and put them in my priority list. And if there's 2 characters in the same priority list, the best thing you do is ask in Discord. Again, I'm going to mention Discord a million times. If you want a quick answer, joining the Epic 7 community in some way is going to be your best bet. You can utilize the video I make as a quick little guide in case it'll be a simple selection. If 2 of the characters are in a lower tier, one's at a higher, then you would pick that character. But okay, I'm going to go ahead. I'm taking Dark Corvus here. He is on my other account as well that I just made, and he has been an MVP for me for doing Guild Wars and some arena fights. He is, again, Moonlight 5 should be looked at as, are these characters good in PvP? And there's only like 1 or 2 that are okay in PvE, but I wouldn't bother with them currently. Okay, now, the next thing, we will all have the same amount that I have spent. So that's one thing I have to stress about in this guide. Make sure that I do not get to a point where you guys do not have the same essence of radiance that I do without teaching you how to farm it first. But we are going to go in and we're going to buy these coins. So the first 80 coins. These coins are tied to, and now we have to earn enough to get Landy, but these coins are tied to this shop. So this bottom right icon here, you click the shop, and the first item we are going to buy here is going to be the Speed Health Set. Speed Health Set we're going to be able to put on a Ruel. You have multiple options. You can end up buying this set, but the set we currently have on Tyria will carry us, and this gives us a decent front tank. We are going to end up buying all this really quickly, but this is by far my favorite way of going through that I've done once. But that is what I would buy. But you have multiple options. You buy whatever you want, but if you want to follow along with me, I would buy always these gear packs first, because going up, now I can go to my Ruel, and we can just throw that gear set on her. So now we have a front tank that is not going to die through any of the story. It's going to be an already upgraded. We will all have the exact same substats. We don't have to worry about how it rolls, and we're all good to go. So there we go. We have a front tank character. This gear is also reforgeable, so the gear that it comes as, once you reforge it, is actually pretty solid overall. Yes, we do have a ton of wasted stats, but for Ruel, this will get us through all the content we need. Okay, so now that we get out of this, we can go back into the main Orbis guide here, and Path of Air. So the next thing it wants us to do is to clear Chapter 3. So we can go in and just throw your regular team on. Your Angelica, your Tenebria, or whoever else you want to throw here. Probably going to die, but we will end up having our core team to go through the game very soon. We go ahead and beat through Chapter 3, watch the story, skip the story, whatever you want to do, and I'll meet you guys back here once you're done with it. Okay, so I'm going to take this chance here as we're going through just to talk for a quick second about Ruel, the reason we were taking her, because I didn't really go over it too much earlier. It's a good point too. So Ruel right now is extremely good in PvP, every type of PvP, Guild Wars, real-time arena, and just she's fantastic for going through the story. Okay, the story, or not necessarily the story, but some of the missions that we need. And then later on, there's a character we're going to be getting for free named Tamarin. We will be switching Ruel out for Tamarin once we get her, because Tamarin is the better PvE Soul Weaver, but she's not good in PvP. Okay, but then there are certain characters will have different roles where they fit really well. Now, if you took a different gear set and decided to go off path of what I'm doing, if you took a damage set, you could just put it on Fire Tenebria and you'd be fine. Any of the stuff that you can get early on will get you through the story. It's very hard to mess up, so depending on what you took, don't stress about it. The best character you could put the gear on of that is going to be your Free Spirit Tyria. She's the hard carry of early campaign until you get Landy, and then once you get Afternoon Soak Flayan, much different experience. But if you bought one of the damage sets, throw it on your Tieria and throw whatever gear we have on Tieria, that ogre gear, just put that on Tenebria or whoever else you want, and you'll beat through stuff. It's just nice having Ruel there because she won't die, and it makes it to where you can't really mess up. That's why I choose the HP set. Because Ruel, there's a quick rundown of her. She has a revive skill. She gives invincibility. She has a thing called damage limit on her skill 2 to prevent her from, or whoever you use it on, from taking above a certain amount of damage, and that includes barriers. So if you have a big barrier on, it allows you to get hit multiple times, which is huge. And then she has a self-revive. If she dies, she actually gets an extra life. And later, she has something called an exclusive equipment that allows her to put her skill 3 ability on herself plus whoever using on. So she's just overstacked. She is S tier for PvP, and there are no other characters within that are even close to S tier for that. So Ruel is by far the top choice, and we do not need to take any other character from that unless you happen to pull a Ruel going through the original story, which will show where the summoning points you could get that are. Okay, so that's really all I have. I just want to explain Ruel real quick, and we'll meet you back here once you're done with Chapter 3. All right, so once you have gotten through Chapter 3, you're going to hear me say, okay, all right, and a lot as I'm cutting through, so I do apologize, but going in, you're also going to hear that a lot as well. We can claim the rewards, okay? So let's claim the rewards, and you're going to be getting a selector here. So the selector is going to be, there's 2 options in there, but for me, I think the best option is going to be Green Vildred. So there's only 2 options again, Vildred and Charlotte. Those are the only 2 out of this that really have any viability. Any of the other okay characters you do get for free. And then Ken is okay-ish, okay? He was the best one before, but there was a bounce patch, as of my latest guide, where these 2 are the top. But for me, you need multiple copies of Vildred, and he's really good right now. So the reason for multiple copies is he's a speed imprint character. We'll talk more about imprints later. But Vildred is my #1 pick here. That's who I went through before. And Charlotte is very hard to gear for a new player. So I'm going to go ahead, just take Vildred from this, and move on to the next thing. I'm actually going to probably be putting him in my team right away. So from here, I'll just go ahead and click OK. And now we can go back, and any other crap in here you can go ahead and grab. Again, I'm just not grabbing it in case other people don't get it later. Okay, now from here, the next thing is reach level 40 with the hero, awaken hero 3 times, clear spirit altar, and complete arena battle. So we're going to start with level 40. I'm going to go ahead, go to my Spiriteria, click level up, boost her up, and then I'm going to promote her. So promoting her, you can combine spirit blooms or you can go make some. So with this, again, anytime there's a resource that you need, they will give it to you for completing one of the missions within here. This one, unfortunately, is clearing Chapter 4. So the best way I can go about this is actually going in and farm, or like going and doing the thing to boost those. Or we also have chests. So you can go in and just use your chest to acquire all the runes, and you're good to go. So if you do not have the chest, I believe we all should. I have not claimed anything that you guys wouldn't have, but you should be able to click that, and now she's 3-star awakened. So your tier is good to go. The next thing we want to do, we're going to go ahead and promote her because this is going to speed up the process. Okay, so now that we did 3-star awaken, we need to go in and claim the reward. It's going to give us some arena flags, and that will allow us to do more arena battles in case you burned more earlier. And we need to do spirit altar, and this is going to give us more boxes. So if you didn't have boxes, if we do the spirit altar, you can go awaken her just like I did. But I'm going to start with the arena battles. I'm just going to do my 3 quick battles here, and then I can't do quick battles on Spirit Altar, though, unfortunately, because I want to beat the next difficulty. So I'm going to go through. I'm going to be easy mode of light and then normal mode of light, and then go beat one of the other ones. But I will show that in just seconds. So that's one fight. And again, you will fight bots at the beginning. It's just part of it. And there's also a battle pass down here. It'll have a red dot. You can click this. Yes, this will be worth buying with Skystones. We will for sure be buying this every time we can because you get double the rewards. It used to be a paid only. You could only spend real money to get it. But we'll talk about that more once we have a chance to buy it. Now, if you're re-rolling, you would have been re-rolling until you get 19 or Skystones, but we won't worry about that with the guide. I will make a separate video if anything, but re-rolling, guys, again, I don't think it's worth it. If you played to this point, you're already like that. I mean, we're an hour in, most likely, of gameplay. So now we can go back out, claim this, and lastly, let's go do our Spirit Altar, and we are going to do one more boost before we go back into story, and that will be putting Vildred on our team over Angelica, and it'll just make everything much, much faster. So go ahead and we'll beat this. So you need to beat easy mode of light. I'm going to try to beat normal mode of light and the normal mode of any of the other ones, and we are good to go. Okay, so once you do this and get your 3 Spirit Altars done, you can go ahead and go back out, and From here, go to your Orbis guide, claim this, and the last mission is going to be clear episode 4. Before we go do that, though, I'm going to be throwing Vildred on the team versus an ungeared Angelica. So Vildred, I'm going to go ahead and level him up and just feed all the penguins into him that I currently have. And from here, I'm not going to boost any skills, do anything else with them. I do have a couple pieces of gear, but we're going to be getting better gear very soon. But Vildred on the team will help clear everything much faster through Chapter 4. We could have technically did that before the last thing, the Spirit Altars, but it's okay. So now I'm going to go back to episode. I'm just going to clear through Chapter 4 real quick, and I'll meet you guys back here. Again, switch Vildred onto your team, and having this, it'll go faster. And I'll meet you guys once we're done with Chapter 4. Sorry, it's late. Okay, so once you beat Chapter 4, the next thing I want us to do before we go claim that reward, you can claim it whenever, but I want to go into guild. We're going to talk about reputation, but guilds. Okay, guilds are a very necessity, or a huge necessity in the game now. You need to go in, get into a guild as fast as possible. If you don't, you are going to be stuck with your progression of the Orbis guide. There are going to be missions within here that you need to be in a guild to do, okay? And the best way to do this is join the Discord, okay? That's a higher chance you have of getting an active guild. You need an active guild because you have to do so many aids. So it's going to show you all the benefits of joining a guild. There is Guild Wars, where you work with your guild to win fights against other guilds. That's how you're going to earn Mystic Medals to get more characters. And then otherwise, everything about a guild's good. Plus being a guild, you get a bonus on your account for just general playing, okay? Now, the higher level guild, the better. But as a new player, getting into a decent guild is hard. My advice is try to join Discord, get into a starting guild, get your missions done, and then if you're going to super grind, try to get into a higher guild once you get your account more stabilized, but you need to get into that guild ASAP. Now, to get into a guild, if you're not willing to join the Discord and want to do the other way, you can join a random guild, you can search, you can try to just, I could join any of these random ones. The problem is, even if they're high on here, there's a low chance that their players are actually active, and they also probably request different resources from Catalyst, or like Catalyst and other resources where you cannot finish those missions quite as fast. Ideally, once you get in, you do fire runes. So I'm going to go ahead and join a guild. I'll meet you guys back here once I am in there to show you what to do. Okay, so I have joined a guild. Once you make it into a guild, the first thing you do is come up here to activity, and you are going to be requesting fire runes. Okay, that's the best thing for new players because you can get the most donations possible. It doesn't have to be fire runes. You could do any different element of runes, but fire runes is the go-to. Now, you're going to request aid, and from here, you can donate. Your guild members could donate up to 20 times to fill this up, okay? Or it's 10 times. Either way, it's a lot. So by having this in a guild, you can do your missions way quicker. Low rarity runes is the go-to now. So click request aid once you're on the lowest rune, and then anybody with runes here you want to go donate to. There is one retroactive mission of donating 20, and there is one that you're going to get to that you want to try to time it before you donate any, that you are on that mission, okay? Now from here, there's gonna be weekly missions and stuff, so as you join guilds, you're gonna get some extra rewards and whatnot. And then also, the member shop, you will be buying some stuff out of this. I will cover everything worth it in here. There's also different guild modes that come in. There's one called Ancient Inheritance, where you work together with your guild to get resources, and that won't be up most of the time when you guys start the game. And then otherwise, you get your weekly chest, and that'll give you different resources as well. So we'll cover guilds more, but that is the most important thing to get into a guild as fast as possible to start getting progress toward these missions. Okay, now from here, you can back out and we can claim our rewards. So this is also going to tap about the Guild War. You can go set a defense. That's also one really important thing is getting to Guild War. It's going to take you to defense team. Just auto assign a team. Make sure you have a team set because you have to participate in Guild War. Once you set a team, very advised to go into guild if you're not in one, join from Discord and say, hey, can you set my defense team to a tower? Okay, that's really important to get done because if you miss a guild war and you're on that mission, it feels terrible. Okay, so now that guilds are done though, you can come down here into reputation. So reputation is going to be a place where you can earn rewards from doing different things, okay? That's super simple. There's nothing special about this. There's nothing you're aiming for. These are just going to passively happen as you're playing your account, but come in here, grab everything you possibly can, and as you grab more stuff, you will be able to upgrade lasting effects on your account, which include boosting gear more, getting more, or having more stamina, like this one's extra friendship support. And these rewards are really nice. They do add up a lot over the early parts of your account. Okay, so now a quick explanation of that. You'll unlock the other ones as you get higher level. We'll go into it multiple times throughout this. But Path of Air, go ahead and claim the one for beating Chapter 4. Claim this up here. You are going to get your first actual set of gear, okay? This first set of gear is going to be immediately go and put it on your Tieria. Okay, so you can either put it on your Tyria or you put it on Vildred. My advice is Tyria and move the other gear over to Vildred. So go ahead, put this attack set on. We are going to upgrade it a little bit. And then the Vildred, I'm going to go and I'm going to put these pieces that we just had on Tyria over onto him. This is just going to make going through the story much faster. Now go back down to your Tyria and enhance these to, again, +9 or so, and you're good to go. The boots and the sword are most important. The chest and helmet stop at +9 at the most. Okay, and you get a ton of charms early on, so do not stress about overusing charms. You will be completely fine, okay? I just went and did like a 10-hour crafting session on a new account, and we never even, or it took about 10 hours before I ran out of charms. Okay, you will have a bunch early on. Now, we still will need to farm for a bunch, and we'll show that later, but do not be as stressed about charms if you ever watch like an old guide of mine where I was like, do not use them unless you have to. Okay, it's a lot easier. So again, I am gonna boost both up to +12, why not? And we are good to go from there. So now she's geared, Vildred has some gear on, we're gonna be doing way more damage. We can back out of this and go back into our Orbis guide. There's gonna be one for enhanced equipment 3 times as part of why we upgraded. And now it's gonna be floor 15 Abyss, Tyrell Castle, and then clearing part 5 of the story. So from here, you can go into your castle. Again, I'm gonna do the same thing I did last time. If you want to actually progress through this, feel free. Put your characters on, that is your proper team. Ruel in the front. The reason Ruel's in front, because she's a tank. Then I should not switch Nibri out, and then also sign your Archie to it. But I'm just going to go in, and I'm going to go straight to this and leave. Now, again, the rewards are worth going through. It's just as a time constraint. So now that this is done, the next thing I want you to do, if you're going through, don't feel like you need to back out. I'm going to show and just say real quick, you're going to go over to Abyss, and you have to clear to floor 15. So make sure you have the right team in here. So clear out your Labyrinth and then go into Abyss. I will switch her out for Vildred, and I will put Archie on, even though we will definitely not need him yet. And I will just run this for 10 stages. So I'll meet you guys back here once you're done with those 2 things. Okay, so once you have gotten through Abyss 15, the next mission is just going through story, which you can do with everything that we have. The story doesn't get harder for a while. One thing is we can go promote our Free Spirit Tyria, so I am going to go ahead out and do that. So Free Spirit Tyria, I'm going to go to her, click promotion, and you will have enough Spirit Blooms. You go ahead and claim this. And now from here, you can level her up to 50, and she will be much stronger, which is good. Okay, now that'll help you go through story a little bit quicker. And otherwise, from here, the only other thing is make sure you're going and claiming your other things. But this is also going to give us a 6-star Awakening Potion. Now, real quick, before we go into the next thing, is if you guys want to support me, if you're enjoying the guide / want to just support me, I guess, is if you subscribe, it helps a lot. And second, there is a Raid Shadow Legends link down in the description and the pinned comment. Make sure you're grabbing this, by the way. That if you download the game, once you download, open the game, you've already supported me. And I have a whole channel for it. I have a guide series just like this. I do like the game. Actually, I know it's probably crazy to some of you. You're like, what? That's actually, but it's a very good game. It has better PV than Epic 7. The PvP is just worse. But okay, so now going in to Orbis Guide, if you do that, thank you. But we have to do the next episode, so I'm going to go in. I'm going to start this, and I'll meet you guys back here once I am done. And again, if you do that, either one, subscribe or download, both of them help a ton. Thank you if you do. Okay, so once you have made it through chapter 5, I think I said 4 earlier, but once you made it through chapter 5, you can come up, claim your rewards here. You're going to get a potion for 6-starring a character, and then you're also going to get more of Tyria's artifact, and you will be to the next batch. So now we have to level 60 a hero, hands equipment 3 times, artifact +15, complete arena battles. So we're going to come out of here, we're going to go to hero, and we are going to first promote our Free Spirit Tyria with Potion of Ascension to 6-star. And in terms of using those potions, it's very hard to use them wrong, okay? And there is min-maxing with it that you can do. If you come in here, you can see artifact +15 will give us 20 penguins. So we can come in here now, upgrade this, throw your extra copies in. So this is imprinting the artifact. So whenever you have 2 of the same artifacts, you can feed one into the other one to allow them to go to a higher level. They are originally set at 15 as the highest you can go, and then the more you feed in, you go all the way up to 30. And by going and doing that, you are able to boost the overall ability of this even higher. So this is actually going to end up taking all the charms that I currently have, but that is fine. Tyria is going to be our farming character, and we will be using her probably forever. But now that that's done, we can come back out, grab this. This will give us the penguins to upgrade, and that'll finish leveling a hero to level 60. So we can go ahead and enhance, not enhance this. We need to go back to the top screen here, level up, boost this up, and we are good to go. So that's going to finish the other mission. Now we also need to enhance a piece of equipment 3 times. I personally like taking the boot up to plus 15. So you'll have plenty of charms within here. If you do not, make sure you go grab all the charms available everywhere. And this set is something we can use on somebody forever. So boosting it up is not going to hurt. Now, if you didn't have enough charms, if you want to check and it doesn't allow you to feed, you can come in here and boost one of these pieces because these are much cheaper to boost up to 15 and they count. Okay, so once that's done, we can come back in, claim these rewards here. This gives us another health set. So now we have another set to put on somebody, and the last is 3 arena battles. So the other health set for right now, I'm just going to throw it on Tenebria, and we are good to go. So this set is going to end up being better on Ruel technically, but for right now, we're not going to have much resource. You could also boost one of these up to plus 3 because I believe it's just boosting anything up to plus 3. But the more stat we have on the characters, I'm just hoping that you guys will have a quicker, smoother time going through the story. Okay, now if you're out of gold, that could be a problem, but you shouldn't be. I've done everything the exact same. You guys should be exactly where I am. I haven't claimed any other item. Okay, so the next thing I want you to do is go into Milestone of Radiance. And again, go to your Epic Pass, claim this stuff as you go. This will give you, if you're missing a couple of things, a resource, this could be where it is. So make sure always go in and claim these as you're going. So there's some extra charms. And here is some extra Sigma, which we could turn into gold if needed. But again, I think we're all good. Okay, so next up, I want you to click Milestone of Radiance. So Milestone of Radiance, we should have enough to buy a Landy. We do, and we're almost to a gear set. So you can go ahead and click Receive Reward. And now we have Landy. Landy is going to be one of the key characters going through the game. Now, if you have Fene, you can switch her out. And again, you guys can switch and do whatever teams you want. But for my progression, I want to have... I'm using a certain thing. If you want to go through with what I have, I know it beats everything. So my picks are the safety, but again, experiment with what you want. But you should also have enough to receive the reward here. This is a free, already boosted gear set. Okay, and we're all going to have the exact same stats. What I do with this gear set is I put this on Free Spirit Tieria. So now that we got that, I'm going to come out here. And putting this gear set on Free Spirit Tieria is a much faster progression than Landy. So as you see, it's a speed set here and torrent set. So go ahead and throw all these pieces you see on the screen and put them on her. Now, next up, we can come out to Landy. Now, Landy is a character we are going to boost up and use for everything. So I'm just going to throw this attack set on now. We will be getting more sets later that we will organize everything, but we do not have any Nexa rings yet. But go ahead and put that on Landy, and it will be a placeholder there. Now, also, if you want to, you can come and level up, but we are running low on gold, so I am not going to finish dealing with getting Landy all set up. We can go through the rest of the story with what we have, but go ahead, click Sanctuary. It's also going to have opened up the Heart of Orbis. So the Heart of Orbis, as a new player, this is a content that's super important. It resets on the 1st of every month, but from here, as you're going through, you're going to be able to get different rewards as you spend the currency. I'll try to do a quick explanation of this. We'll dive deeper in later. But as you claim items from here, this will level up. You can end up getting way better equipment as you level. So just the longer you play your account, every week on Monday, you'll have 200 more you could put in. But to start, it gives you 400. So you want to make sure to stay on top of this and grab an item before the end of the month. The best items in here for a new player are going to be the Molagora is the best option you can take. Now, if you want quick progression and want to be able to play more, you could take the Leafs. This is a great option as well. And also the accessory charms. To me, accessory charms for a new player was always great. I think you're in a good spot now. I wouldn't push accessory charms too hard anymore. But Molagors are the best. But if you just want to play the game more, Leafs are going to be your go-to. This is how you'll get more gear and upgrades on everything. But those are my top picks. Now, going through this is how it works. You're going to click Purify. You're going to get an item on the left. If it's one of the good items that you want, you will store it. Otherwise, you will keep clicking. So I'm going to go through and just show a quick example, see if we get anything. So 20 leaves, that's fine. There's one for 50 leaves. And again, you do not have to claim the reward until the last day of the month. But a lot of times it's better to claim it early because it's very, very, very easy to forget. I forget all the time to finish out and claim a reward. So we're basically looking for A rank. If we get anything A rank, there's 50 leaves. So it's already better. So that would be probably what I end up taking. But again, Molagora are technically better. I'm just going to throw any A rank thing that I get over to the side and keep clicking through and go all the way. And again, every Monday at reset, you are able to come in and do this again. That's a terrible pick. I'm not even going to put that over. But I did get at least one of the two that I said was good. Artifact charms aren't bad, but when I push for that, regular charms, again, you get so many charms as a new player going through the Orbis guide. It's not really necessary. And bang. So we're done. We've used all my purifications at the side. these are the best items we have, but I'm not going to claim anything yet just to see if I can get the 20 Molagor to drop. There's a good chance I will take that. Okay, so that's a quick switch to that. Then from here, Alchemist Steeple allows you to trade in for charms. We'll come back in here way later, but that's a weekly content that we want to try to keep on top of early game. Okay, so there is all the regular things. Now, the last thing I want to talk about before we go back into more progression is Genesis Rats. This is a free Moonlight 5 that is unbelievably strong and will be probably forever. I don't see there being a meta where he isn't absolutely insane. So with this, you have to do a list of missions. So go ahead and click this. You guys might have already clicked it, but you're going to have to do 4 different steps. The fastest you can complete this is 13 days, but for a new player, expect to finish this around the first month. Okay, it's going to take a lot of learning, and there is a part of it that is dealing with gear upgrades and getting rid of bad gear. So just make sure for the first couple days, though, come in and do these list of missions. So I've done all of them except for 10 arena battles, which I believe we have to go do 3 anyway here shortly, but try to make sure you finish these every single day. If you don't, it'll just take an extra day. You can earn 1,000 points a day. This first part will take you at least 7 days to complete. So let's go back to Orbis Guide, see what the next thing to do was. It was arena, and then we got to do more story. Again, I'm not dealing with messing with Landy right now, just because of the fact that we are going to be getting more sets and everything very soon, but I'm going to go ahead and put her on the team. And everyone's got some gear on. This is going to be enough to beat the whole first chapter. So I'm going to go ahead and do 2 of my quick matches. And then I'll also show you, you can buy additional arena flags. If you click up here on the flags, they reset or refresh 1 per hour. So you can come in here, also buy an extra 5 with friendship tokens. You can buy them Skystones. It is worth it to try to climb early, especially at the end of the week. The higher you are ranked, the more Skystones you will get back per week. But as a newer player, not the end of the world, not something you have to stay super on top of, but the more time you put into it, the better. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and I'm just going to buy the flags, and I'm going to go ahead and do my last quick match. I believe that's my last quick match. And then from here, I actually have to go in. My cat's under me. I don't know if you can see him. He's just staring at my face talking. But you can come in here and just run your team. So, yeah. Oh, no, we still have quick matches. Okay, good. So just go ahead and use your quick match. If you've already used them, you have to just go do the arena fight like normal. Just go and hit auto. You're going to beat any of these early teams. Okay, that is done. Now the next thing to do is going to be to clear episode 1, chapter 6. So let's go ahead and I'll meet you guys back here once you are done going through this. The team looks good. Again, I'm waiting to put Landy in until we get some more resource. The team we currently have, it's just going to be a smoother guide just to utilize this until we're done with this first chapter. So meet you guys back here shortly. Okay, so once you are done with that, that is the end of the first chapter. So we're getting close to where I want us to get to for this episode of the guide. We will do summons and everything at the end. One thing that you get here is gold transmit stones. These will always be traded in for galaxy bookmarks. It's the best thing, except unless you have one of the Moonlight 5s you can trade in for imprints. Then it's up to you which you want to spend early on in an account. Usually it's more fun to summon, but that is the first thing. If you guys are curious what this is, it's a current event if you've seen me getting any of this along the way. But it's an event that's going on right now. But we have unlocked side stories, and we have unlocked specialty changes and Greats of Growth. So all those are big, okay? Those are, well, not all of them are big, but they are good things that we will go over later, okay? So now that we're done with this, there's going to be more packs. Usually any of the packs that are $5 or less are really good value. This is an insane value. You can buy Moonlight 5 Celine, which is pretty solid character, and you get her for $10. That's a really insane deal. It's actually crazy. It's in the game. And then here we can get the ranked 20 pack, celebration, whatever. So that's some extra rewards that we get. Now from here, we can go out and claim our Orbis guide. This is going to give us a elixir. So I have one elixir already because I got it from the chest. You guys may have got one too. Otherwise, all good. And we also got an artifact selector. So this artifact selector I always hold on to, just waiting till I get a certain character. If you want to go ahead and use it, now the best artifacts you can get are Elber Surgical Sword. Holy Sack's okay. You're going to get multiple of them. So Holy Sack's a pretty safe one, but you need multiple because you want to boost it. It only has a percentage chance to end up working. And Wind Rider's okay too, but Elber Surgical Sword is probably the safest go-to pick from this because you need multiple copies for a bunch of different characters. So I am personally just going to I'll hold mine for now, but if you want to just rip it, an Elber Surgical Sword, you can't go wrong. Otherwise, this is all dependent on which characters you end up pulling. But okay, so now that that is done, we have these celebration packs, and go ahead and grab those. You guys will have those. So go ahead and grab both of these, and I'll have all the same rewards that you'll have all the same rewards that I have. Okay, go back to Orbis Guide. The next batch of missions is going to be summon a pet, So the first thing we do, let's go into the pet, skip the tutorial, adopt, just pick whichever one you think's cutest, and it's going to give you a starting pet. Pets are going to allow you to background battle, which we're going to be going over shortly. It's how you're going to level up your account. Okay, I'm going to be pushing you guys to get to account rank 60 as fast as possible, which means mostly leaving your game on and running this in the background and just having it do auto battle over and over. Okay, once we do that, we can claim this. And there's going to be one that is, or all the other missions, okay, never mind. There's going to be awaken any hero to 5-star, enhance equipment 3 times, and complete arena battle. So first up, let's just go ahead and do the arena battles. Once you're done with this, whether you have quick battles or not, I'll meet you back here, and we will do the other 2 missions. Okay, once you've completed your arena battles, we're going to come claim this. Next, we have to upgrade a piece of gear and awaken a character to 5-star, and then we got to go back in the story. So for the character to 5-star, I always just do Tyria first. So Tyria is going to be a permanent character on a new account, most likely. There are very few replacements for her for just fast farming of the content we're going to be getting to. It's a stage you have to be over and over and over. So getting her boosted up, everybody's in a good spot for doing that. So we're going to go into Awaken, and I'm going to just go ahead and use any of these chests that we have. We may not have the Epic Light Rune chests, so for this, we will have to go out and get them. So give me 1 second. Okay, so for that, you can come and click the upper right-hand corner, go down to Reputation, and you can go to this 4th option. It will unlock now that we've reached a certain level. And for beating Spirit Altars, we are going to be getting a bunch of runes for each different Spirit Altar that we beat. So you can go ahead and get Claim. And then the next thing I want us to do is go in and beat the next difficulties of Spirit Altar. So first, before I do that, we do need to upgrade a piece of gear to level 3. So I'm just going to go to my Tenebra, who I put the HP set on, and just boost the boots to level 3 for now. And then from here, now that mission will be done. And we can go out and we can go into Spirit Altar. So the reason I'm doing it this way, we do have potions we can use, but those potions are better used on 5-star characters. So until we 6-star another one, plus this shows you a way that you can get extra runes. So just come in here, set your normal team, switch out if you want to put Vildred in or whatever, you are good to go. And then go ahead and hit start. Okay, so once you've beaten hard difficulty, this hell difficulty is actually extremely hard for light altar, especially. It's the hardest one. So from here, you can come out, go to your reputation, and if you look in the 4th one, as you beat these, you're going to be getting enough big runes for a different character for each hard mode you beat. But we go ahead and receive these. It's going to give us 3, and now we are going to need an additional 3, so you can go to your Milestone of Radiance here, and we are going to be able to, 1, we could first buy this artifact for Landy, so I'm going to go ahead and buy it. And then if don't believe we have enough for the next item here, but that's fine. That's not what we're in here for. We are getting used to the shop, so we're halfway there. But go to the shop down at the right, and with this newbie shop, you can buy out every single item along the way. But for this portion right here, the Epic Rune Selection chest, make sure you do this one, and you can come in and buy 3 of them. So we needed 6 total, so now we can go back to our Tyria and 5-star awaken her. So go back in, go to here, go to awaken, and go and use just basic runes. So again, we're saving these because these are the more rare resource. They save you a lot of catalysts and rune farming. But you can go ahead and click OK, use your 3 boxes, and then it will also use your catalyst boxes, and you can click awaken. Then from there, we're getting 10 of the big runes anyway from the mission, so we can come back out, grab this, and now I want you to go ahead and go through Chapter 2, Episode 1. So once you get in here, go in and crank through this set of missions. You can set a pet. The pet will give additional abilities. So we'll go over pets more later as it becomes important. But for right now, not a big deal. But go ahead, beat this, and I'll meet you back here once you're done with the first chapter of, or part of, what is it? Episode 2, Chapter 1. There we go. I'll meet you back here in a second. Okay, so once you have beaten Chapter 2 of the story, you'll rank up to rank 23, unless you guys have done a couple other stages that I have not done yet. Then from here, we can go out, and we are going to go claim that mission. Go ahead and receive this. All the extra content and stuff that got added in, we will grab later. So this is going to give you a 5-star Soul Weaver. So from here, I got Sharoon. If you get Fene, that is a huge one. Tamarin, getting her early is not bad either. Otherwise, most of the Soul Weavers from this, nothing you're going to get. Then you're also going to get an additional 10 summons. I'm saving all my summons for after at the end of the first video, because I'm going to show you guys inventory cleanup and all of that of getting multiple characters. Okay, so now it's done. We can come in here, go to the Orbis guide, grab your missions. The daily reset did happen for me, so just ignore this. I will claim that. It'll be better because I can make the guide faster. But now it's just a bunch of simple missions here, so we need to increase an artifact, equipment, and hero skill. So I'm going to go into my inventory. I'm going to go down to my Landy. I'm going to go ahead and put her artifact on her. So go ahead and equip that. And then I am going to go down to my Landy. We did end up putting gear on, but then we are going to go down to Raz to increase a skill. So I'm going to go into here and, a skill. All right. I just woke up. All right. We're going to come in here and we're just going to boost another one of his skills. So as you go up higher, they do get more expensive. So just upgrade any single one to 1 and 2. You're good to go. So now that we put the artifact on Landy, though, my mission was to upgrade it. So we need to get an artifact charm. So we're going to try to get that from the Orbis guide. So come back here. And the Orbis guide one is enhance equipment 3 times. So go back to your Tenebria. You're going to have this gear. I'm just going to increase the boots to +6. And then we're good to go. That'll finish that. That'll give us the artifact charms. Again, that's a very good thing to do, is if there's ever a mission, make sure and check. There's probably the resource you need within the missions to boost whatever it is that it tells you to do. So now I'm going to go back down to Landy. I'm going to increase her artifact. And then we are to the final mission here, which is going through some more of Abyss. So we're going to go ahead and grab this. And now we have to clear 425 in Abyss. But before we do that, we can come out and there is the ability to go back to Milestone Radiance and we can get more currency. So from here, you go ahead and click receive. It's going to give us 80 as currency. We can now buy another gear set. This second gear set is a game changer. So from right here, I'm going to be buying one of these speed crit sets. So buying a speed crit set early on, it's going to already be upgraded. You could, again, buy whichever one you wanted in terms of damage, sludge, destruction crit. But the speed crit is really, really nice just to take the extra turns. The destruction crit will be good later, but I'm going to go ahead and buy this. And now I can come out and put this on my Landy or Vildred. So what I'm going to do here is for Vildred, I'm going to put him on the attack set that Landy is currently on. And I'm going to put Landy on the other set. So we can go in here, grab all this, and put this attack set on her. And now we can go back out down to Landy, and we are going to boost up Landy for the rest of this. So then just go to the new set that you got. It's going to be speed, and then the accessories are going to be this, and then speed. So there we go. Now we have an actual Landy build, and all of ours will look the exact same in terms of stats. You don't have to worry about the stat line for it. Okay, so from here, though, we're going to boost up Landy. So go to level up, click auto select, and puts her close to level 50. It's going to be good enough to start with. And I'm also going to awaken the first couple on her. So if we can get her to Awakening 3, that's a good enough start. Or actually, hold off on Awakening. We are going to end up using one of these potions on her. So for right now, we just want to clear a little bit more content. If you do Awaken to 3, you can do it either way. But I forgot we all do have one of those potions. So it's going to make it a lot smoother. So you can go back to Orbis Guide. Next thing, go to floor 25. So you just click go here. It is also in battle. We come here. And now click floor 16 and go all the way up. I'm going to be switching my Tenebria off for Landy, though. So that first Awakening is what it is. If you stopped where I did, hopefully you didn't even do it. But if you did go Awakening 3, it's fine. We're just, again, probably going to just use a potion on her to make this easier. So let's go ahead and I want you to beat the next 10 stages. And I'll meet you guys back here once you're to floor 25. Okay, now that you reach floor 25, this mission is done, and then we will be cranking through chapter 2. So our goal is to get through chapter 3. That's where we're going to be able to get another additional free character that is extremely good. It's the best in slot for like all PvE for a tank. So go ahead and beat through this real quick, and I'll meet you back here once you're through chapter 3. Okay, one thing I did forget to do was to put Landy into the team. So you can do that. It's going to help you beat a little bit faster. And so, but as you can see, you can pretty much bring anything as long as Thierry is on the gear. She pretty much solos it. But it is nice having 2 fully geared characters. It will change the speed at which you're beating everything tremendously. So I'm going to go ahead and throw Landy on, and we're good to go. Plus, it's going to give her a little bit more experience. So we're going to be boosting her with Penguins anyway. But if you did forget to switch like me, you probably ran into 0 issues. Okay, so for the mission, you only have to go through half of chapter 2 of this. But for the sake of the guide, just go all the way to the end. It's going to make this a lot easier. So go ahead and get that. now we can, this is the stage we need to get to. We can go ahead and claim this. Go ahead and claim the rewards here. You're going to be getting extra gear and some charms and everything. Now from here, we're going to have reach level 50 with the hero, enhance equipment to level 15, complete catalyst stage 3 times, and exchange catalyst in the catalyst exchange. All these are super easy. So the first one is reach level 50 with the hero. Hopefully your lady wasn't able to get to level 15. If she was, or level 50, she was, that's okay. I'll show you how to get more penguins. So from here, I'm going to go over, click auto select. It's going to take me to the growth altar. From here, you can make penguins. So come in here and we are going to make 2 different 50 batches of penguins. And then now you're good. No matter what, you can go ahead, auto select, boost Landy up to level 15. And you can also go to your Ruel and level her up and get her to level 50 as well. So these 2 characters being level 50 is huge. And now from here, we can go back to our Landy, and I'm actually going to click promotion. So with Landy for the promotion, we're going to click combine spirit blooms. You should have enough spirit blooms to 6-star her. I will wait for a second just in case if you guys do not. We can grab some more through different means very easily. You can come back and do this, but go ahead, click combine spirit blooms, combine them, and then promote her to level 60. Landy is going to be a hard carry permanent character on her account. Now, once you get her our 6-star, we want to try to get her to level 60. That is the next goal. I'm going to go ahead and feed whatever penguins I have into her. I'm not going to awaken her. I'm going to be using this potion on her. You have to get them to level 60 before you use it. If you've already 3-star awakened her, you can still use it. The biggest thing it saves is your catalyst and bigger charms. All these lesser charms here are not a big deal whatsoever if you did boost her already. So now that those 2 things are done, we have to take a piece of equipment and put it to plus 15. So for that, the piece of equipment that I want to take to 15 is Vildred's sword. So coming in here, we should have plenty of charms. Just auto select plus 15 and finish it up. Now you can also go to the earlier gear that we got and already taken off characters. This gear down here, you can boost one of these to 15. That's fine. It is cheaper, but this will finish those 2 missions. We can come back out, grab the rewards from it. And next, it wants us to do a catalyst stage. So the general catalyst stage you always do with this is going to be out here. You're going to click this little icon next to the ready button, go back to chapter 1, and go over to part 6, Terranor. So within this, you can go down and the stage Rampage. So a catalyst stage is any stage in the story that has one of these icons next to it. So for this, I'm just going to click ready, and the idea is it's going to have a chance of dropping that catalyst, but this also gives you action points. Every time you beat it, you get action points back. And with those action points, you can buy catalysts as well. Now, it needed us to beat it 3 times. You can use your quick battles if you have them. Otherwise, just go ahead and run it 3 times. You'll be good to go. I'll do quick battles for sake of the guide, so we don't have to do another pause. This will beat it. And then we will have to buy a catalyst real quick. So coming out, now I'm going to go and click this other icon. There's a shop icon right next to the one we clicked earlier. Click that, and I'm going to buy a rare sniper catalyst. It doesn't really matter which one you buy. I just usually buy those because we need them for the upcoming character Furious that we will be getting. Okay, so now once that's done, it finishes those 2 missions, and we are basically to the part where we can do hunts. Okay, now we have to clear all the way through episode 3. Once you're done with this, it'll unlock a bunch of new things, and I'll meet you guys back here once you've cleared episode 3. Okay, so now is the big portion. The main thing I'm trying to get us to today is get our Wyvern team set up. So coming out of this is going to give us a million things that we just unlocked. Also, we have the ability to go get Furious for free. Now, coming in here, we can go grab the starting Orbis guide, grab this, get the free, I believe this is free Soul Weaver artifact, it is. Then from here, it's going to have this that we can claim. We could do all these other missions along the way. So the first one is clear Wyvern, difficulty normal or higher. So we're going to go do this and beat this first. So skip the tutorial, just go into Wyvern, go ahead, it'll bring your core team, just put Ruel in the front, you can set a guardian and set a pet, but these are going to be your hunt teams, and you will be setting these up differently as we go, but this will beat it no issue, so just go in, hit auto, and come back to the video when you are done with this first one. Okay, so once you have beat that one time, we may have actually clicked a little ahead of ourselves. We can come ahead, go back out, and we're going to come back down. Orbis Guide, claim this. We also need to open up our Journey of Succession. It does auto open. I wasn't sure if it opened Wyvern right away, but Journey of Succession, make sure Wyvern is selected just in case it doesn't auto open for you. Once you beat Wyvern one time, it's going to give you this 3-star character Mui, and then it is going to have us have a list of other missions that are all about Furious. So now from here, we need to go get Furious. And to get Furious, you're going to go over to Recruit, go to Connections, and we are going to have to do these missions here. So it's going to have Clear Episode 2, Chapter 3, Then we're going to have to reach level 50 with the character. This sniper catalyst that I bought earlier, you go ahead and donate to him. If not, you can trade a box in and get one real quick. And lastly, 400 Brave Crest. The Brave Crest came from doing our general Path of Air missions. The last batch, I believe, did it give us it? Yep, gave us 800 right here. So as long as you're done with Path 11, you will have that. So now we can go in back into the Orbis guide, or sorry, back into Recruit, grab Furious completely, and now we have him. So this is 2 core characters for your Wyvern team. Trying to deviate in any way from this Wyvern team just doesn't make sense at all. If you want to try some other stuff, go ahead, but if you have problems, just build this team. It's way more efficient, them giving everything you possibly need. Now, I'm going to go into Reputation. I'm going to grab anything in here just so we have the extra resource. I'm not sure what all is in here just to be safe. Let's grab it all. And this is a part where it gets a little convoluted. We're going to have to go through. I'm not going to grab all that for the sake of the video, but then we'll grab this, and we should be good to go. Make sure to upgrade your lasting effects as you're grabbing stuff. Give you a little bit of extra bonus on everything. Sorry, here's another charm. I'll grab that. And the charms are nice, so I am going to grab these real quick, but just make sure to go in, grab all the crap out of here, and then back out. Okay. So now we can go back in to, there's another couple of packs that come out that are pretty solid. And then we can go back down Journey Session. We now have Furious. So now we need to get Furious level 50, awaken him to 3-star, and promote him to 5-star. Those 3 things. We're going to go into our hero inventory. We're going to go to our Furious. So I'm just going to sort by blue. We have Furious here. I'm going to lock him, and I'm also going to lock Mui. Locking them makes it to where it's very hard to accidentally get rid of them. Now I'm going to go ahead and level him up. And then we're going to promote him. And from here, now we can go in. So after the promotion, we can't level them up all the way again, or it's going to be very close. If you do need more penguins, just click this button, make more penguins. But again, I haven't done anything you guys haven't, so you should have the exact same amount that I do. Now go to awaken. So our goal is we just had to awaken him to 3-star for this first mission here. So go ahead and awaken him up to 3-star. And we're going to be doing the same to Mui. So go ahead and I'll use chest to finish him off. There we go. That's a terrible choice of words. But we could go ahead and I'm going to use the chest again. Just put him up to 4-star. And we are good to go. So now Furious, we do need his 5-star awakening, but we will go take care of that in a minute. We can't get exclusive equipments anyway yet. And now from here, I'm going to go down to Mui. I'm going to do the same thing, at least get him started. So put whatever penguins I have into him. And now from here, you guys might not have him level 30, so we're just going to stop. But go back to your Orbis guide. And go to Journey Successions. It's going to give you a bunch of extra resources. You get a full gear set. And then now you can click this to receive the reward. Okay, so now from here, it wants us to beat Wyvern or Hunt on normal difficulty or higher 20 times than we have Mui missions. So what I want us to start with for this is just go set the team that you already had on normal. And this will teach you about pets. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my quick battles off. And with this, a 3-star pet can auto battle 15 times. So just go ahead, set this team, set to start. And then let this go in the background. While that is going in the background, we can try to work on a couple more things. I'll meet you back here in a second. Okay, list of things we can knock out real quick. The first thing I want you guys to see is the secret shop. So at level 25, the secret shop will open. And with this is most of the time how you spend your sky stones. We are going to spend a little bit for the early part of this video. But with this, come in and you're going to level it up. Every 5 levels you level up, you can level this up again. The level does not matter really. All it does is have a better chance of usable gear coming out, but it is good to refresh and upgrade this. And as you're upgrading, bookmarks can come here. There can be Mystic Metals and Covenant bookmarks. You always want to buy them as they show up. So as you're leveling this up, go and check the shop, make sure there's no bookmarks there. There are none, but this will be, we'll come back to later. This is the way to spend your sky stones to get bookmarks versus buying them outright. By refreshing, you get Mystic Metals, and Mystic Metals are very, very valuable. Okay, next up, I want you to come down to your Epic Pass, claim anything within this. We are also going to be buying this right here out. We are going to be doing the upgraded Battle Pass. We'll do that at the end of the video, and it'll give us a bunch of summons that we can do. And then from here, just go in and grab your rewards. And in terms of value of these packs, the Air's First Steps pack is good, and the Episode Conquest, the Epic Pass upgrade, it does cost real money. If you want to buy that, go ahead. But the Hero Growth Boost, it is worth it as well, but it's the least highest priority of these packs. Okay, and the reason we are buying this one here, guaranteed, the top one, is because it costs Sky Stones. All the rest costs real money. But this is a ton of summons for the price. Okay, now come down to event. And with an event, this is one thing that it will be here for everybody. You have your rank achievement adventure. So go ahead and make sure you're clicking on event, grabbing whatever is in here that you can. but then go in and grab this. This is going to give us the artifact for Furious, and it's also giving us Asaria, but Asaria doesn't really have much use in the game anymore. In terms of milestone or radiance, let me make sure there's nothing pressing here that is good. You can go into this and just go ahead and buy the chest, see if you can upgrade. I didn't. 15 leaf, so it's nice, and then go ahead and buy this. Okay, this is going to give us the currency needed to buy a few more gear sets. So I'm going to go in here now, and I'm going to buy one of this set right here. So the equipment, destruction, critical set. I'm going to go ahead and buy one of these. We could have bought 2 different sets here had we not spent for the other thing, but it will be completely fine. So we are the 12 off that we spent for the Epic Catalyst, but as you see here, we're going to be getting in the next level, we're going to be getting this here. So that's why I went ahead and just showed that, just because it was easier to buy the rewards needed. Okay, so now we go back into this, and it is going to want us to do all these missions with Mui. So we have to activate or equip and activate Destruction Set on Mui, clear Wyvern 10 times, that'll do it just fine. So from here, let's go back out, let's go to Mui, and we need to boost him up for these missions. So come down here. We're going to go ahead and promote him. So click promote, then we'll level up again. We do have enough penguins here to finish it. If you do not, you do have a good amount of stigma you just got. So I'm going to click promote again. Go ahead, click that. And now he is 5 stars. So I'm going to go ahead and level him up. I am out of penguins now. So I'm going to click auto select, and we are going to buy another 2 batches of penguins just to get this done. We shouldn't need any more, but if we do, super easy button to click. Okay, so now Mui is done. Next, we need to awaken him. So Mui, we're going to go ahead and I generally only awaken him to 4-star. That's as much as you need. These characters, Furious and Mui for your Wyvern team, and it will beat the hardest difficulty of Wyvern. Never need to go past level 50, but I'm going to go ahead and confirm the boxes, and then we can click awaken again, and I will go to this one, and 4-star generally good enough. If you want to go to 5-star, you can, but I'm going to save all my extra resources for right now. So Furious, though, I am going to click awaken now, and I am going to use my chest in order to get him up to 5-star. It looks like we are going to be 1 sniper catalyst away. So I'm going to click that. Oh, we do have the box. We have 27. Okay, so we're good. So awaken to 5-star. You need Furious to 5-star awaken because he has an item called exclusive equipment that we're going to need to go buy. Okay, so now that is the first steps. The next thing is we need to put a gear set on Mui. So with the gear set on Mui, we got 5 of these Daydream Joker artifacts. So we're going to equip 1 to him, and I'm going to put 2 additional ones there. We want to keep 3 separate ones for right now, just to be safe. So go ahead and lock this. I'm going to pull up my inventory, go to my artifacts. So as you see here, this is the artifact symbol. I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to lock 3 different individual Daydream Jokers, and I'm also going to take this one and level it up there. So we have 1 at +2, 1, or well, in terms of our imprints, or whatever you want to call it, we have 2, 1, and 0 for our starting Daydream Jokers. Okay, now we need to put an equipment set on them, though. We just got this destruction set from the shop, so if you come in, you'll see a destruction set here. If you did mess up at all within this and didn't buy a destruction set, you can also equip the other set that came with our resources or our missions earlier. So it's called Ogre Gear, but you can put that on and it will finish the mission as well. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to put them on those pieces. And then we do have this piece here, but we're going to put that on Furious. So now I'm just going to go ahead and equip this that you see on the screen to my Mui. So these exact pieces. So the crit damage here, the attack here. Oh, sorry. This one. There we go. So I'm just going to do this. This will get him done. I didn't mean to grab that hit set piece, but you are good to go on your Mui. He is going to perform. We are going to switch the gear on him later. And next up, we're going to go to Furious. Furious, I believe we got this free speed set. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on him for now. So speed, and we want to make sure it's the one with the effectiveness. So the helmet will have effectiveness. I believe the chest will as well. It does not. That's fine. And then for the boot, we have this one right here. And then for the neck and ring, we have the hit set piece that I tried to put on the other character. And we are going to have this ring. So I'm going to go ahead and change this. And now both have gear, and we're going to put the Song of Stars artifact we just grabbed on our Furious as well. So your Furious will look like this. Okay? Now from here, I'm going to take his ring and upgrade it to +6. That'll be good enough. And then from here, we can go in. I'm going to upgrade his boot to +9. So that is good to go. And then basically all his gear just needs to be +9, and he will be good to go to beat whatever we need him to. So we'll go ahead and do that. Upgrade this to +9. And there are a million ways you could do this. I could probably come up with a quicker, cleaner way, but for right now, this is fine. The idea is we need 65 effectiveness on our Furious. So for this piece, I'm just going to take it to +6. It's cheap, and we get a little stat out of it. Okay, and then lastly, the ring, I am going to go ahead and put it to +9 to try to make sure that I have the as close to the effectiveness number that I need. So I'm at 60.6. That is good enough. I know it's blocked, plus my cat, I think, is on the back of my chair, also helping block stats for us this morning. But now we have Furious here and Mui. Mui, we are going to switch some pieces onto, but this is just a start. So by the end of this, you will come in and switch everything. This was just to finish, putting that set on was just to finish this. Missions right here. So as this is going, though, I'll meet you guys back here. There's going to be a couple other pieces of gear we're going to need to go buy from the arena shop, but we will deal with that in just a second. So let this quick battle finish out, or background battle finish to 15. You're going to have to do additional 5 more, and then we have all of this done. Okay, next up, while those background battles are finishing, you can go back to your Orbis guide, and we can actually knock this out right here. We have craft a piece of equipment, enhance a hero skill. So first up, we're going to craft equipment. So I'm going to click out of this. I'm going to click this upper right-hand corner and go to the Steel Workshop. Within the Steel Workshop, we're just going to skip the tutorial. I just want you to click make 1 boot, so you either have an option of 10 craft or single craft. With gear in this game, we will not be having to deal with crafting and getting actual gear for a very long time. Going through the guide, the game will give us everything. In terms of this first piece, if it's not speed main stat, you're 99.99% good. Just click extract on it, and you're fine. Okay, so that finishes that mission. But if it's speed main stat, you can hold on to it for now. And lastly, we have to upgrade a hero skill. So with the skill upgrades, we're going to come down to our Mui. I'm going to click skill enhance, and I'm actually going to just go ahead and do some extras into this. So the skill 3 is the first priority. I want to get down to the extra effect chance here. We're going to be using quite a bit of our boxes, but go ahead and do those 4. Those are the only ones that really matter. If you click this, you can see I'm only going down to +4 here. The extra damage and everything else on him is not important. Then we're going to go to our Furious. Furious skill 2 is the most important, so go ahead and click this. Finish his skill 2. And then next, go to the skill 3. And this one, you need a lot 4. We're probably not going to be able to finish it in this batch. We'll have to come back in a minute. As you see, we just finished the 10 battles in a row, so it still has quite a few more to do. We go ahead in, and we want to go all the way down to this 10% effect chance on Furious. Once you're done with that, your Furious is good to go forever. We just have to buy exclusive equipment. So we did have enough boxes that you should be fine. Okay, hopefully it didn't register my last click because I didn't want to boost him up to the extra damage. So the idea with Wyvern is you just need to be putting debuffs on the Wyvern. And in order to do that, again, you need to have 65 effectiveness. So what we're going to be doing from here now, this movie set I said was just a temporary thing to finish the mission. We actually didn't need to put the neck and ring on. But go back out to the main menu. From the main menu, click shop. Okay, this is something that unfortunately this will be changing within the shop as to what is available. So if this is not available when watching the guide, you can pretty much just use the stuff that I had on, but I will probably make an addendum later. But right now, the best thing that you can buy is going to be these hit set pieces here. So you should have around 1,700 conquest points or more. Go ahead, click this, and we are going to be buying the ring and the necklace here. So by buying these 2 pieces, it makes it way easier to hit the stat thresholds that we need. And otherwise, if this is not in the game, I'll have something down in the description as an answer to how you build. I'll probably make an extra updated video, but for right now, this will be much smoother, and it'll be in the game for hopefully at least a few more months. Okay, so now we're going to go back to Hero. We have those 2 pieces. We need to go to our Furious. I'm going to click Manage Equipment, and I'm going to put both of those pieces on Furious, and he will be good to go. So Furious isn't about doing damage, just about putting debuffs. And now we'll go to Mui, and we're going to put the 2 hit set pieces we just took off of him onto Mui. So these 2 pieces here gives our Mui 53% effectiveness. That's close enough. We will strive to get it a bit higher. Then Furious, just go ahead and put the ring up to +9, and the necklace we're going to put to +6. I'm rolling speed on all of these. I wish I did that on the other account I just played, but we're going to go into 6 here. And there we are. We are good to go. Furious has 70.4% effectiveness, getting it a little bit higher for the next difficulties. But otherwise, these are good to go. For Mui, if we want, we could take this and go to +12. Just this will give us the extra 10 that we're missing. So now Mui is at 63.2. Good enough. These characters are already good for Wyvern. I'm going to go into this. I'm actually not going to upgrade the Song of Stars yet. It is not needed. And now it is just about waiting for this to finish. The Awaken a Hero to 6-star is something we're going to be doing in a second whenever we get back, and we can grab this as another 6-star potion. This will instantly 6-star a character for us, and now I have to wait for this to finish 7 more times. So once this is fully done, we'll come back and knock out a bunch of stuff. Okay, so once you are to the point where you finish this 20 times, you can click this, and we're going to be getting the character Cigarette. So Cigarette is going to be the next one. Super good, free for Wyvern. If you have the character Fene, you could use her instead if you want, but that is completely up to you. Now, the next mission is we have to boost up our Cigarette. Okay, that is the reason why I just put everybody on using Cigarette for this, because you have to boost her up for these missions anyway. We might as well just do it. So we're going to go ahead into Cigarette. If you do want to switch her later, go ahead, but there's really no reason to. I'm going to go ahead, level her up, click auto select, get her up to level 50. If you need more penguins, just trade in your Stigma for penguins. And I'm going to click promotion. Okay, with promotion, I'm just going to use my next bottle of Ascension onto her, put her at level 60. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and level her up again. I'm going to have to buy some penguins, see how much Stigma we have. We still have 13,000, that's plenty. I'm going to spend all of it on penguins right now. So there, we have 3,000 left. Click auto select, and that'll put her up to 50. So that finishes the first mission. Next, we need to awaken her. Okay, I believe with the awakening, we have to boost her up to a certain point anyway. So with the Orbis guide, come back in. What is the level? You just have to get her to 3-star awaken. I just use one of my potions on her to fully boost her. Makes it much, much faster for this portion. And then, so now we need awaken Cigarette to 3-star, equip 3 pieces, plus 15 equipment onto her, and then clear Wyvern Hunt on hard difficulty or higher 10 times. Okay, so now we're going to come into here. We're going to click for her awaken, and now that she's level 60, we can just click this potion, and it immediately puts her up to the max, and this way we don't have to deal with anything later. Yes, you can use other characters, but for sake of this guide and getting everybody on the same page, this is way easier, and Cigarette is good, okay? I use her, I build her on every account, even if I have anything else. Okay, so that Cigarette is to this point. We can come in and we can throw a Daydream Joker on her. And now we're also going to be adjusting the gear. Okay, so we are going to go sort by destruction set here. So click this icon here, sort by destruction. We are going to take Mui's gear and put it onto her. But we are also going to then, once we get this gear on, we can then switch over to the necklaces. And we are going to put the 2 crit pieces on that we took off of Mui earlier. Okay, I know we're moving gear around a lot, but it's just to finish these missions. And also, part of the idea with this is to get you used to the gear inventory menus, because we did not have to do much with it up to this point. So go ahead, put this gear on her. She is good to go. And now we can back out, go back down to Mui. So with Mui, the Ogre gear that we had earlier, Ogre's Armory, just go ahead and put this on him, and he will be ready to rock. Okay, so that puts him at stat line we need. And all of our characters are now geared for Wyvern. So once this is all done, we can come out, go back up, grab, I believe that's all the rewards. There's also a mission here that was Awaken a Hero to 6-star. So I can go ahead and receive this. You're going to get a 5-star, I thought that was a 4-star character. I got lucky. And you can claim this as well. It's going to give you an extra piece of gear, plus some more summons, which we will be summoning very shortly, because there's also some packs and stuff I want you to buy. Okay, so now we can go back in, see what the next batch of missions is. Spirit Blooms is going to give us another set that is completely useless in arena battles, but come down here, we're going to claim all the missions that we just did for Cigarette. This is going to give us 2 additional pretty solid pieces of gear, and now it is clear Wyvern Hunt on hard difficulty or higher 20 times. So with this, a little bit annoying right here, because we do not have a tank that I like. Go down to your Moonlight Blessing, and you will have the ability to 6-star your Ruel, which we're not going to do right now because I do not believe we have the resources, but you can start claiming these missions here, and as you finish these other 2 missions to the right, you will be able to fully unlock this character on your account. But let's go back in. I'm going to click on Ruel just to see if we have enough to boost her up. I do not believe we do, but come out, and then we are going to click promotion, and I'm going to click combine, and we do not have enough. It takes 500 of these, and I don't know the math on this, but we do not have enough to fully boost her right now. In terms of awakening, we can awaken her, so go ahead into our awakening. We want to boost her to at least 3-star, and we should be fine from here. So go ahead, put 2 in, and she is on the free set we had earlier. Go ahead, if you have the chests, which we do, use them, and now she's 3-star awakened. That will give her enough little bit of bonus stat to make this worth it. I'm going to click on 4. I don't care about the effectors for this part of the mission. Now we're going to go into Wyvern, and we are going to do the next 2 missions. So again, it wants us to beat it 20 times. We're going to go use all the characters that we just built up, and we did already Mologora them. So for the hunt team, I'm now going to put Cigarette in, and then we're going to put Furious, and we're going to put Mui. So until we get the next character unlocked, Ruel is just going to have to tank for us. So go ahead, click start, and I'll meet you guys back here once it has beaten it the first time. Okay, so that's able to beat it, no issue whatsoever, but we are going to come out and do a little bit of upgrades. So we're going to leave here, and we're going to upgrade our Daydream Jokers now. So come into this, go to your heroes, and we're going to come down. If you want to put an artifact on Ruel, you can. So we did get the 5-star one earlier, so whichever one you got, you just equip it. Don't upgrade it at all. But then go back to your Mui. We're going to go ahead and throw a couple of the charms we got into it, and then we're also going to boost up Cigarettes. So it's going to give us a lot of extra damage. Daydream Joker is the best artifact early on for boosting, plus this is part of the mission of Path of Air. That's why I held off on doing this. We go ahead, throw these in. It's going to give us just some more damage right now. As you see, artifact charms are few and far between. Now with the missions, you can earn some artifact charms up there when going through, but otherwise all the characters are good to go. And now we are going to go in. We have to beat this 20 times for this mission, and then we get Brieg. Brieg is monster character, best tank for everything. So if you come here, you just have to produce a Spirit Bloom, so you can get 3 more. So just for sake of the guide, let's go do that real quick in case you guys were out of artifact charms. Just go to Force of Souls, Growth Altar, produce a penguin. It was a penguin, right? It might have been a Spirit Bloom. I'm going to do a Spirit Bloom as well, see which one it was. It was a Spirit Bloom. So produce 1 low-end Spirit Bloom, back to your Orbis guide, and claim all the rewards from it. And now I am going to go boost up the artifacts a little bit more just to make it as safe as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and put 2 into Cigarettes. Make sure when you're putting this in that you're not going over the max level. Again, if this has 0 limit breaks, it can only go to plus 15. So make sure if you're going to use your artifact charms, you are getting full value out of them. But then that is boosted. Now we'll go down to Mui, and we will upgrade this one. Okay. So now that this is done, we have to go back, and I believe it's beating it 20 times and then also 10 in a row. Maybe we can go back here, Journey Succession. So clear it 20 times and clear it 10 times without losing. So go ahead and you're going to have to set this to farm on hard version. If you have quick battles, you feel free to use them. Otherwise, I'll meet you guys back here once your 20 battles are done. Okay, so once your 20 battles are done, you can come out and go to your Orbis guide, and we're able to claim these 2, which is also going to give us Brieg. Okay, now that we have Brieg, this is where we have the best tank in the game, and we're going to have to do a couple things to get him built up, but the rest of these, this is the final batch of Wyvern missions, so it's not a super big deal trying to push through this right now, but we probably will. So the next thing that we want to do is it wants us to promote Brieg. Sadly, we are going to be out of a lot of our resources, meaning we're going to have to take a break from this and go do regular content. So I'm going to go ahead and click level up. We're only able to get him up to 44, and that's fine. We will end up building him up very quickly. He's the next goal, but doing these Wyvern missions completely uses all your resources early. It pretty much puts you at 0 to where you have to go out and do more of the Orbis guide and whatnot. So with this now, I'm going to go ahead and use any chest that I can because he's the next priority and get him as far up as I can. That's also going to give us the 3-star Awakening mission. See if I have the chest for this. I do, so we can get him at least a 4-star. Since he's not level 50, I cannot put him at 5-star yet. But there is Brieg. We are very close. Now, we're going to take a break from Wyvern missions. We're going to go back to Orbis guide. We're getting close. I'm just going to claim this. We're getting close to where we need to get to, so I'm going to go ahead and accept this. This gives us a gear set that can go on Brieg, but there's a different set that we're going to buy from it's the same one we bought for Ruel. You can buy 2 of those. We are going to buy that and put them on. But from here, I'm going to go over to Path of Air, and now we are going to complete these missions. So we need to complete arena battles 3 times, and we need to do more of Abyss. So that's the 2 things I want you guys to do, and then go clear Episode 2, Chapter 4 with the general team we're already using. If you want to switch out Vildred for Cigarette since she has more gear on, that's fine. That's what I'm going to do. But otherwise, you could beat it with whatever. It's super, super easy. So go complete all these missions, and I will meet you guys back here once you are done with that. Okay, so we are at the end of the missions that we're currently on. As you see, I put Cigarette in the team instead of Vildred. It actually is really nice against this fight right here. You're just going to slam through everything. It beats everything so fast. Now, in terms of each of the individual characters and why we're using them, we'll go into it more as the guide goes on. A lot to explain, and it's going to be better to showcase their full potential where in the game they're going to be really good at versus trying to explain it and then have it show up later. So now it's going to give us another free pack for reaching level 30. This is going to give us a bunch of charms, so we can go ahead and grab that. It should be in your mailbox. Go ahead and grab it up here. Grab anything in your mailbox. Again, I'm not claiming stuff. that you guys will not be able to have at the same time. Now with Orbis Guide, and go ahead and finish this, and we get another 6-star potion. So now with this 6-star potion, we are able to go in and we can finish boosting up our Brig. So Brig is, again, going to be hard carry character. Come into here, go to level up, see if we have the stigma for it. I'm going to try to get him to level 50. See, we do have 8,000 more, so let's go ahead and buy that. And now I'm going to auto-select him, get him up to level 50. You don't have to get him to level 50 to use a potion, but just go ahead and do it because he's going to get to level 60 anyway. I'm going to throw any additional penguins I have into him. So he's level 55. Okay, so Brig is basically ready. In terms of skill ups on Brig, we're going to do this now. Skill ups on Brig, go to skill 3, and we want to go to the -1 turn cooldown. So get to that portion there. And then you're done. And then the skill 2, you don't have to put any into. I usually will put the 2 cheap ones in just for the extra 10% barrier strength, and your Brig's done. That's all the Molagora you need to invest into him, and you are good to go. Okay, so from here, now that he is to this awakening level, we can awaken him a little bit higher if we have the rune chest. It looks like I do, but I do not have enough of the other ones. So we can go in and get those, but for right now, it's not a big deal. The biggest thing that we need to do from here, besides go back to your Orbis Guide and claim the Enhanced Hero skill 1 time, is we have to enhance equipment, Farchi, Labyrinth, and Spirit Altar. So the Spirit Altar is going to give us resource needed, and also promoting Brig to 6-star is going to give us a lot of the catalysts needed for him, plus more gear. So this gear can be used on him, but there's a better solution for getting through everything faster right now. We're going to go do that. So go to your Milestone of Radiance, and we're up to 946. So we're going to go ahead and buy this chest, hope that it upgrades. If it does, it did not. Unfortunate. We got some extra charms. Now we can buy this. So this is going to allow us to buy now 2 more gear sets of gear. And we are at another chest. Might as well open it while we're in here. So again, these videos, I'm probably going to have them unlisted for the first couple hours the guide's up. And then they'll be public after. But this is just going to give us an artifact. So you don't have to worry about going into that list. Okay. So that is done. We can also buy this. And now we're to this chest that costs 260. But now we have 228. We can come into the shop and we can buy the rest of this gear. The first one, the speed health set, this is what we're going to be putting on Brig. Okay, once we have that, we're good to go. And next up, the speed crit set. You can buy these at any point that you want to. For right now, there's nobody I'm going to be putting it on, so I'm just going to hold off on buying it until we're actually utilizing it. So then I can back out of here, go back to my Brig, and we can put the gear set on him. So come into this. Go to manage equipment. In terms of artifact, we are about to do our summoning session. I have to end the video at some point, and the goal is to get your initial team set up so that you're good to go. But go ahead, take this newest speed set that came in. It's going to look like this that you see on the screen. And then it's going to have 2 HP pieces, so go throw those on. And then the boots will be maxed as well. So now all your characters basically have gear that, all right, so you should have a Hillag Lance, I think, from early game. It gives you 1 guaranteed. Otherwise, we'll talk about artifacts. The best one is a 4-star Aureus for going through the game. But this is a usable Brig, okay? You're good to go on him. You don't have to do anything else. You will reforge this gear, but he will work for the rest of the game. Now we have 2 pieces of the puzzle, well, technically 3, for beating all the way up to Abyss 100. We only need 2 other characters, and we will be getting both those for free very shortly. One of them we have to wait for 3 days. Okay, so this is what all the characters look like. And now we go back to our missions, and this is probably about where I'm going to wrap up, and I'll tell you guys some stuff you can work on if you're waiting for the next episode of the guide. But we're going to enhance equipment 3 times, so for the enhanced equipment, I'm just going to go into any random piece that I want to. Doesn't really matter which piece you upgrade right now. So for this, I'm just going to go into the boot on Furious, and I'm going to enhance this to plus 12. Okay, that's good enough. It takes a little bit extra charms, but there, that boot is upgraded. And then now we go back and it wants us to do Spirit Altar. So with the Spirit Altar, what I want us to do is clear out blue. Okay, by clearing blue for all of this, we're going to go in, we're going to throw Landy, and we're also going to throw Brig, put Brig in the front, throw the pet in. And now we're going to be each different difficulty of water here. And by doing this, this will give us enough runes to finish out awakening our Brig. Okay, so once you beat all the different difficulties of Spirit Altar, we can come out. It's going to claim this reward. You may have to, if you did the normal mode earlier, but that was the 3 needed for this. So we can go ahead and claim this, and the next mission that it wants us to do is clear Farche's Labyrinth. So we're going to come into here. We have to click the second one here, which is Farche's Labyrinth. And again, I just do the quick enter and exit strategy just to get it done for the sake of the guide. But again, these rewards are not bad. So you can come in, just go to any teleport point and get out of here. Okay, it's super simple. And now we are done with this batch. Let's go back out, and we have a couple last things that I want to do, and then we're going to rock all of our summons and see what we get. So Wondrous Potion Bottle is actually a huge pickup for a 4-star artifact. Okay, so now all of these we're going to start with tomorrow. Okay, this batch of missions is going to just be tomorrow's thing, but go into your reputation, and I want you to come down, and I want you to claim this. This is going to give you runes, and it's going to give you the bigger runes, and it gives you more runes. So this will finish that up, and always upgrade your lasting effects. You can go through, grab whatever other things you have unlocked here. So like here's some extra whatever, and some extra charms and whatnot, but just come grab this on your own time. And then from here, let's go in, let's go to our Brig, and try to finish him up. So going into here, we're going to click level up, see how much stigma we have. We have 3,000. If you want to spend the rest of this, you can, but I'll just hold it for now. Him at level 56 is fine. The 5-star awaken, you are good to go from that point. So I'm going to click this, and we do not have the catalyst boxes, so honestly, he's just fine for now. I guess that's going to be the ending point. So you have your core team. You have Brig, Landy, Tieria, and you have your Ruel. This is going to be this core team that if you want to progress ahead of me from this point, feel free to. My cat is on me. He's being a little turd. Progress as far as you want to. You can keep going through the Orbis missions, but I will continue. I'm going to end the video after I do my summons, and then there's a couple more things I want to buy real quick. And then tomorrow I'll come back and be going through the missions. Not tomorrow, but right away. I'm starting the next part of the guide as soon as this one is wrapped up. I just had to have a stopping point because I bet this is like 2 hours. But okay, a couple of things I want you to buy. Go into your epic passes. Then I want you to go to the epic pass upgrade. This is definitely worth buying, okay? You buy this, and you're going to be able to get all of these extra summons here. It's going to give us 10 summons for 1,900. That's huge value, and we're able to earn even more as we go through. This is going to be a daily mission content, as well as these spectral cores are weekly. It only takes a couple days to get through this. Next up, make sure you grab all this crap from here, because this is already maxed out, so this is going to give us some extra stigma. This gives us probably everything we need to finish up Brig. I should have just came and grabbed this first. Plus, you're going to get a 5-star character. Let's see who we get. Give me Saria. Saria would be huge. We got Flan. Okay, not anything I care about. And we get all those rewards and go to Episode Conquest, do the same thing. It's only going to give us one. Episode Conquest is going to be tied to getting through the story. And from here, the next thing is go to Ruel. We can claim the skill enhancement on her. Don't have to mess with anything with that. And now we're to the summoning portion. So with summoning, okay, we'll hold off on the arena pass. So we spent 1,900 Sky Stones there. We still have 5,000 left. If you guys want to buy this, at the time of making the guide, it's really good value in the battle pass down here. You can spend 1,900 Sky Stones and you get double the rewards going through this. So depending on when you start, make sure there's plenty of time. There's still 70 days left here. So if you want to buy this, you are good to go. But just check this, make sure it doesn't only have a couple days left or it's not value. And in terms of the sets, this is speed set, so it's really high in terms of its value. But if it was one of the not as good sets, you wouldn't be as prone to buy this. But even just the other rewards makes this a solid thing. So those of you guys that see speed set, definitely buy this. Okay, 1,900 Sky Stones, I will be buying it as well. Okay, now we're going to go into summons. I want to teach a couple things about summons. As a new player, you're going to be unlocking this Mystic Summon feature. This Mystic Summon feature, if you want to use your summons on it, you can. The thing with Mystic Banners, right now we also have a discounted one when you're starting. This one is best to hold until you are done summoning on whatever other banner, since this stays around forever. Plus, you do have the chance of getting a duplicate. If you were to summon something on this early, you have a chance of getting something later. This banner, sadly, is here for a very short time, and then it's going to go back to normal banner. So the way it works is every 3 weeks there's a new ML5 added, and then 3 weeks later, there's a new ML5 for 3 weeks. Then the next banner is going to be a rerun of 4 characters, and then it's going to be a new ML5. At the beginning of each of these banners, you get a discounted 30 summons, where it is 30% off. So trying to take advantage of any Mystic discount is a good idea. For right now, my advice is just hold your Mystic summons until you know more of what you're doing, you're following along with the guide. Now, from here, also, there are limited characters. Those of you guys, depending on when you start, there will be different characters here. You're going to have to ask questions, okay? That's, again, the Discord link is down in the description. Join the Discord, ask questions, find streamers to watch, ask them questions. The more questions and stuff you ask, the more you'll learn about the game, the better experience you're going to have. Now, if you're starting at time, Perfumer Biblis is available. 1,000% summon on her. Now, once you get her, you do not need to summon anymore for her artifact. Your ideal situation is to get the artifact before summoning her. If you summon her and don't get the artifact, you are able to buy the artifact with powder. So I'll do a quick showing of this, and there's one more thing, and we rip the summons and start on part 2 of the guide. So if you come into the shop here, you are able to come down to the powder shop. So you go to shop here, go over to powder of knowledge. Any character that is on banner, it will be within here, and you could buy one. So if you're a new player going through, you will be able to earn enough powder of knowledge to buy one of the artifacts here. Okay, that is the cheat code to make sure you do not waste a bunch of summons, because you could do, it's up to 145 summons, which is a 210 bookmarks, in order to get a single artifact. It is not worth it. Just get one of the character, get out, and save your resources for whatever next thing's coming. Now, Sky Stones, again, never should be put directly into spending on bookmarks. And your Covenant summons, I would never advise just using your Covenant bookmarks into this. Okay, that is if you're just done with the game and don't care. But if you want to play efficiently, use the free summons they give you for this, then all of your bookmarks will be used on banner. Now, another thing with banners, they have 120 pity. This is a new change. You actually get extra rewards here, but you need a total of 121 summons in order to guaranteed get the character. It is like that on every regular banner. Mystic banners are a 200 summon pity. Regular banner, pity does not carry over. So if you're going to summon one of these characters, do not summon unless you know you can get them. Doing halfway through can really screw you because you get nothing, and then you also wasted the bookmark. So always try to make sure if you're going to summon on a banner, you have the total of 200 or 121 summons. So do not summon unless you have that. Now, definitely go for Biblos though. And then Mystic Banner, again, the pity will carry over. That's the point of what I was saying. The pity, depending on where you get to, on the general banner, this Mystic one is a different. This is for new players only. But the bad thing about making this video right now, I can't show what true banners are. But this is a very solid banner because it's 40% discount, and the pity will carry over to the next Moonlight 5 banner that comes out. Okay, or Mystic Banner. Okay, now we're going to come in. We're going to do our free 30 summons. I'm going to rip all the rest, and then I have to show gold transmit stone summons. So we'll go ahead and see if we get anything good. It is going to take a while because I'm going to have to skip through things, and we have the wish list set up to what we want. The idea with the wish list is if we get a 5-star character, or artifact is going to be one of the things on the wish list, and you are going to have to adjust as you go along with this. If you do get a character that doesn't need duplicates, so if I pulled a Saria or a Fene or Tactical Archetype Koli, I would take them off and put a different one on, but that's something that's going to take you guys a while to learn. So let's go in. Our goal is you can also get Moonlight 5s from this, so our ideal situation is we see purple. Purple with some sparks coming off it. We are very excited. But I did not get a single one on my other account yet with all the free summons we got. But a lot of people are getting some pretty good summons here within this. So this so far is looking like my other account. Hopefully you guys are getting luckier. Ideally with the guide account, I get super unlucky and nothing big ends up coming so that you guys don't get sad. Your account, no matter how this goes, will end up in an insane spot. So don't stress about it. It's actually the worst. Well, how many is that? That's a lot without a single spark. That's funny. Okay, so ideally here we get Setsuka. I'd be very happy with that. Archetype Koli, okay, I did not get her on my other account. Her function here is she is able to have the 4-star versions of her fed into her. So now that I pulled a single copy of her, I can take her off my wish list and add another character. And I do like Abigail a lot at early game. She's super easy to build and has a lot of value. So I'm going to put her on. And if I get a single one of her, that's great. Now, every 20 summons you do, you will also be getting more of this currency here, the gold transfer stones. We're going to go spend that after. That's why I was waiting to do that. But Archetype Koli, that's huge. Okay, that gives me at least something I don't have on my other account, which I am happy about. And then I'm going to teach you real quick inventory cleanup before we wrap up the video. That's going to be the thing we end on today, because that is one of the big problems in Epic 7 is keeping your inventory clean. That is really bad. Got one 5-star. One 5-star artifact and one 5-star character in all the summons. That's perfect for the guide. Hopefully, again, you guys have better luck. And now you're also going to have your elemental summons. You can rip these. I won't for the video just for time constraint. And now with the gold transit stones, go to the Moonlight summon portion and click this icon at the top. This purple icon in the middle, it is the Moonlight summons. It's also, you go to shop and it's going to be in the transit stones section. But come into here and then you're going to just always buy Galaxy bookmarks. None of the other items are worth it unless you have the character. Are certain characters, like 6 characters in the game now, Nodos, Lady Scales, things like that, where you can buy imprints for them. But as a new player, I would probably still buy Galaxy bookmarks. An imprint is going to make or break a character, versus if you did get a new character, it'd be way better. But if you want to buy the imprints to try to min-max, that is up to you. Okay, so now we're going to go down to Moonlight Summon, and I'm going to go ahead and rip these. I'm going to save my Mystics for a different one. All right, so whenever it has a color like that, it's a 4-star. It can turn into a 5-star, and then it has sparklies, it's a 5-star. All right, so there we go. Wretched Rose is the first one. That's a 3-star character, unless it sparks. And then one more summon, and then I will teach a quick inventory cleanup how to do it. And I'll just give a, dang, 2 4-stars. It'll be nice and easy. Okay, so here are new characters. Actually, 2 of them. They're the 2 newest ML4s, and neither of them are super great. So from here, now your inventory is a disaster. After you do your first summons, my advice is go into your artifacts, and you can sell any 3-star artifact. So any of these, any 3-star artifact, if you look here, you can see the stars on it, that is not a Daydream Joker or a Prophetic Candlestick. Those are the only 2 I really care about. But you can click through and sell these. We will get into more of the other options later as to 4-star artifacts, things you can get rid of, ones that aren't that great. But overall, the only 2 3-stars to watch for, and this will keep your inventory cleaned up. Again, Daydream Joker and Prophetic Candlestick. Prophetic Candlestick is for your Ruel early game in case you don't get the other artifact. And then second, the Daydream Joker is just so early on you do not screw yourself. But I'm going to not have Daydream Jokers to beat the PvE content. So I'm just going to sell these. Now, the next thing is heroes. So we're going to go into our hero inventory. This one, I suggest spending some Sky Stones to expand it up to 100 to start with at least. And now with upgrading this, you can even go to 150, but I'll just go to 100. The way you keep your inventory clean is you sort by name, and you will lock 1 copy of every character, no matter if they're terrible, great, doesn't matter, but go through, lock, and whenever you get to a character that has multiple versions or multiple copies of it, you will lock them and feed the duplicates into the other character, and this will imprint them. Imprinting is going to give you additional stats either for your team or for themselves. So as you see, there's imprint release that goes to everybody. Imprint concentration just goes to themselves. So that's a way to get additional stats. Now with 4-stars and 5-stars, you can feed the same version of a character into another character. So example, if I have Landy and Moonlight Landy, I can feed my Landy or vice versa into the other one. With 5-stars, hold on to them for now until you learn the game a little bit more. Just keep them in your inventory. It's fine. You can just expand your inventory a little if need be. But your 4-stars and 5-stars, be a little bit more careful. But any 3-star character like this, if you have duplicates, and the reason for doing this is you end up getting a ton of bookmarks as you get a bunch of triple S, which is very, very easy to do on a new account. So it's enough to get quite a few more. I think it's like close to 1,000 bookmarks that you can get out of it, which is a full pity on a character. Now, if you're curious where your characters went, the last thing to do, and I will show this a little bit more in the next one, this is just a quick overview of how to do it, and I'll show you what you can do while waiting for the next episode of the guide if you need it. Okay, but from here, the next thing I wanted to show was your hero inventory. Whenever you do too many summons and your inventory is full, your heroes are going to come down. If you look here, they're going to come down to this storage area here. So you click this, and this is where they're all sitting. You have to clean up some inventory. Same with your artifacts will come here as well. But you can come in here, click them to move them into your inventory. Okay, and by doing this, then once you get all these 3-stars in, feed them to each other. Again, lock 1 of every character. Okay, even if they're bad, keep 1 character of each type on your account. Again, Epic 7 has buffs all the time that potentially one of these characters could end up being super meta, and you don't want to be in a spot where you do not have them. But you just do this, confirm, move them over, and you can also sell things from here, so be careful. Do not click this transmit button. Okay, so the final thing for this video, I know it was super long. I'm sorry, I just didn't know an ending point, and now that I'm here, I'm just like, we'll end it here, and we'll just start fresh tomorrow. You have your general clearing team, so we're going to sort by grade again. Your general clearing team is going to be Free Spiriteria, Landy. You can go ahead and boost up your Landy. I am going to go ahead and use my potion on her. Now, I was talking about doing this earlier, but you can do whatever general awakening you need to. Go beat the grass altar. You are going to run out of catalyst early on for a little bit, and that's fine. We will just boost her up as far as you can. The next episode of the guide will have our core team fully done except for getting our Tamarin out, but the 4 characters we'll have, you'll be good to go to beat basically everything. But now, Brig is here, level 56, in terms of the gear. This is a free HP set. Free Spiriteria is on the set we got for Landy. Landy is on the gear set that we bought. And lastly, Ruel is on, again, just the free HP set. Now, with Ruel, if you can get to a spot where you can promote her up to 6-star, that is ideal. You will get that very quick with the new episode or next episode of guide. But now I'm going to show you a couple things you can do. You can just go ahead, continue progressing your Orbis missions. If you want, this is the step-by-step thing. Basically, with the guide I have, there's going to be a couple missions you get stuck on. This one is the pets, so that's why it's better just start the next episode, get into pets right away within that. But if you want to, you can just continue, go through the story. You don't even have to worry about these. It is retroactive, so getting the story done, it will save you a ton of time with this. So Number one is clear story, and the number two thing that you can do, and I would say for this episode before next episode, is going to be just go into Abyss and run Abyss. Okay, go in there, you're good to go. Just slam as far as you can. If you get stuck at a certain point, we have to unlock a couple more characters, and once we get those ones, this is free. We'll be able to get to 100 very, very easily. Okay, and that is the first episode of the guide. Again, if you guys, this helped you at all, if you want to subscribe, that'd be great. Also, I have the raid link down in the description. If you download through that, seriously, thank you. That's the best way to support me, and just download, open the game. It's already helped me. So if you do either of those two things, thank you, and I will see you guys in the next episode of the guide as fast as I can get it out. Peace out.